days to the December polls. Hashtag Stop Galamsey now still on. Good morning and welcome to the news at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM, Hits 103.9 FM, on Love 99.5 FM in Kumasi and myjoyonline.com. We're also live in all 16 regions of Ghana on X Spaces and on Facebook. Coming up, 3 CSOs demand a swift and transparent investigation into the Ayawaso West Wuogon MP's alleged vote buying in Monday's special voting. We have details of that. Plus, the NDC files a complaint with a special prosecutor to investigate the issue.
The truth of the matter is that the investigation would further reveal who had received the items, because these are security men. These are men in uniform.
Also coming up, political parties set to sign a pact to end illegal mining to bind parties just days before the country heads to the polls.
We believe that this pact represents a unified commitment to ending galamsey and restoring our water bodies and our environment.
In business,
government to make second Eurobond debt payment in January next year, rules out defaulting on obligations. We've got details on the Joy Business Report.
And there's no bad blood between us and Asanteman. That's the claim of the Tachiman Traditional Council as it rejects claims of planned attacks on the Asante Hennes convoy. We have details of these and more coming up with me, Mamiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Please stay. Now let's hit the election headquarters.
Election Headquarters is brought to you by Petrosol Platinum Energy, Energizing Dreams, Chopbox Technology, a convenient service, German Ozone Medical Center, Alternative Therapy, Dental, Wellness and Beauty, the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants CIMA, and the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants AICPA, together as the Association of International Certified Professional Accountants. Youth Break Foundation, bridging the gaps for positive youth development. Syntex Tanks, Air Strong, Air Tough, Potential Real Estate, your trusted partner in real estate. Deluxy Paints Mu Champion.
Three civil society organizations are calling for a swift and transparent investigation into the Ayawaso West Wuogon MP's alleged vote buying at Monday's special voting. Lydia Seriam Alassane was captured on tape handing out bags containing food to voters at the polling station. This has compelled the Ghana Integrity Initiative, Ghana Anti-Corruption Coalition, and the Ghana Center for Democratic Development to demand a speedy investigation into the development. There is a statement released on Tuesday and Monday, and morning show host Kojo Yankson has details of that statement and joins me in the studio. Kojo, what are they saying?
Now, the three CSOs, the Ghana Integrity Initiative, the Ghana Anti-Corruption Coalition, and the Ghana Center for Democratic Development, say they have, and I quote, observed with great concerns the flagrant violations of sections 33 and 34 of the Representation of the People Law 1992. That's PNDC Law 284 by the two leading political parties, NDC and NPP, and condemn the conduct of sharing food, bags of rice, and cooking oil to prospective voters without any equivocation. We call on law enforcement agencies to investigate the videos in the public space and swiftly ensure those found culpable are made to face the law. A swift and transparent investigation into the cases of vote buying and treating reported by the media will be an important component of expanding Ghana's democratic credentials as well as enhancing the confidence reposed in the electoral processes of our country. Three organizations also call on the media, faith-based organizations, and the larger civil society to intensify voter education campaigns, raising awareness of the implications of electoral corruption to the electoral outcomes and the peace and stability of Ghana. We further call on political parties and candidates to publicly distance themselves from corrupt practices and demonstrate a commitment to ethical standards relative to the 2024 elections. Mamiesi.
Thank you so much, Kojo. Now, in the last few hours, the NDC candidate in the constituency, John Dumelo, has filed a criminal complaint against the MP at the office of the special prosecutor, alleging electoral malpractice. He's calling on the OSP to expedite investigations into the matter. Benjamin Madugu Avonyeche speaks for John Dumelo.
That was just a special voting that was ongoing yesterday. We do not know what would happen on the University campus on Saturday or in any side of any other part of the constituency on Saturday when the general elections are concerned. The truth of the matter is that the investigation would further reveal who and who had received the items, because these are security men. These are men in uniform, where some of them were in uniform when they are casting their vote. And she kept forcing these items into their hands and all that.
Now, the Council of Elders of the National Democratic Congress have called on the Electoral Commission to demonstrate greater responsibility ahead of Saturday's polls. Chairman Alhaji Mahama Idrisu, speaking at a press conference, highlighted concerns over inconsistencies in the EC's operations, including ballot paper leakages in some regions and areas with serial numbers that led to the destructions of millions of ballot papers.
We urge the Electoral Commission to set its act together if they are to ensure free, fair, and credible elections. It isn't easy for the public to accept its assurance for robust and frequent and transparent elections. When day in and day out, you hear and read of stories suggesting poor management on its part, the latest being the last-minute decision to reprint ballot papers for special voting in the western and eastern regions of Ghana.
Now, the Asantehene Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II says there is no strained relationship between the NDC and the Menchia Palace, stating that John Mahama's visit will dispel speculations that there's friction between them. Speaking through a linguist during a visit by the NDC's presidential candidate as part of his Ashanti regional tour, the Asantehene emphasized the strong relationship between him and the NDC.
Any school and the Menchia Yaka, we said that's what this addition of coming natural. 8 years. Joe say, Remo as a bit you will now we obedient to no so Sabi a brown, you know, in a pono. Sabi, no one of Baha, you can say, what dear can be a Cantapoa that take a mobile. That's what we want to actually do. No, Yaka. She says, Okasa, we saw Okasa actually. Okabo beer who said Menchia, a fee.
And that was Otumfuo Osei-Tutu II speaking through his linguist. And to wit, he said, we thought the relationship between the NDC and the Menchia Palace was strained, but we have learned that that is not the case. Know that Menchia is your home. Moving on, political parties will in the coming days sign a pact pledging to end illegal mining, commonly known as galamsey, just days before the country heads to the polls. This is in response to growing public outrage over the environmental destruction caused by illegal mining activities. The pact, organized by the Ghana Coalition Against Galamsey, aims to bind political parties to concrete actions to combat the canker. Dr. Kenneth Ashigbe speaks for the coalition.
We've sent soft copies of the pact to them, asking all of them to sign and return to us. We believe that this pact represents a unified commitment to ending galamsey and restoring our water bodies and our environment.
Now, the Tachiman Traditional Council has clarified that the alleged attack on the Otumfuo Osei-Tutu's the second convoy in Tachiman stemmed from gunshots fired by a security detail in the township, prompting residents to retaliate by throwing stones. According to the police, the incident occurred as the Asantehene was returning from a funeral in Nkranza. Here are excerpts of the two-page statement by the Tachiman Traditional Council.
It is in the social media that a member of Otumfuo's convoy claimed that they had been at Tachiman for 3 hours but could not see any brave man on the street, and that everybody had run away upon hearing that Otumfuo was heading towards his wife's funeral. Again, upon reaching Tachiman, there were a series of gunshots from Otumfuo's security guards at the center of Tachiman. Innocent people were beaten and molested on the street. These and many other social media threats were believed to have angered the youth into action to defend themselves. Fortunately, the security services in Tachiman were at the scene to rescue the situation and maintained law and order. However, those who sustained gunshots from Otumfuo's security guards were sent to the Holy Family Teaching Hospital and the matter reported to the Ghana Police Service. Nananum once again wished to reiterate that there is no bad blood between the people of Tachiman and the people of Asantis, since we are one people of a common destiny.
And those are excerpts of the two-page statement by the Tachiman Traditional Council, bringing us to the end of this morning's bulletin. I am Amiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Up next is Business on the Super Morning Show.
Oh, jump on now. Go, the go. Google me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car? No, I not change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so. This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I go drive, sir. Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open them. Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel? Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you. Hey, they make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside? I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small. Go! Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
Anymore, pop quiz. Are you ready?
Hit me.
Can you give me 3 words that start with omni?
Oh, that's easy. Omnibus, omnipotent, omnibus. The bank with a really nice signboard.
Hey, Radzi, you mean Omnibisic. OMNIBSIC. Omnibisic. Let me hear you say it.
Omnibisic.
Perfect.
Is that an abbreviation?
Not entirely. And it's not just a bank with nice signboards either. Omnibisic Bank is Ghana's fastest growing bank with innovative banking products and headquarters in Atlantic Tower at Airport City, Accra, as well as 40 branches across the country. Omnibisic Bank has the final word on excellent customer service delivery in Ghana.
Plus, they have the coolest signboard.
Yes, they do. And the coolest name, Omnibisic.
At your service.
Afei, dear Chatwo, esan say ye busunya no yesron kontino. Ye kan say ye Pepsodent a ye din wo so aka niam ne ho.
Hey, wo hu, we ko hehia wo, no he wole, wo hwe, nana no ne, wo keba.
Hey, eyampo, omudinda so. Inga me nae, ehfa na yesu ye benya ye de.
Won so betumi de wodinga to President Ebusia Park no so. But we busia se ho ban mo ho du. Fa we ni kire so to e ben wo na kopto wo President Ebusia Park. FDA a chedwedi nkrato yatomu.
Come on. Good boy. Honey, look, he's crawling. Wow. Good job. The new Cerelac Wheat and Maize has the combined goodness of wheat and maize grains fortified with iron, vitamins, and minerals also found in fruits and vegetables. To prepare the new Cerelac Wheat and Maize, just add milk. Enjoy your little one's big moments at less cost. Cerelac, care for them. Count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
Reliable, check. Comfort, check. Strong, check. Tough, check. Tried and tested, check. Affordable, check. Comes in so many colors and sizes, check. Suitable for domestic and industrial use, check. Choose quality, choose Syntex Tank. Available nationwide and comes with 7-year warranty. And remember, Syntex Tank is a caring brand too. Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough.
Let us gather here.
Eja, but why have you called us all here?
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama says he is coming to introduce a 24-hour economy policy that will ensure round-the-clock operations by businesses and government organizations to enhance productivity, boost production, and create millions of decent, well-paying jobs.
24-hour economy? Can you enlighten us?
Oh, simple. GM wants organizations with huge customer traffic like TVLA, passport office, ports, customs, as well as private businesses like agro-processing factories, industries, sanitation, construction companies to run 3 shifts of 8 hours each. For private businesses, Mahama will give them security support services, tax incentives, financing support, and cheap and reliable power. This is what we call Formula 133.
But what formula is that?
It simply means 1 job, 3 shifts, 3 people. Simple.
Wow, this is indeed a game changer.
Formula 133. Oh, yeah, baby.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
SG Ghana Visa card, SG all the way. Oh, what fun to get cash back on your Visa card. Oh, SG Ghana Visa card, SG all the way. Use your SG Visa card and get some money back.
From now to 31st December 2024, get cash back each time you use your SG Ghana Visa card to make payments when shopping, buying fuel, making payments online, or using a POS terminal. It's simple. Shop and get cash back only with SG Ghana Visa card. Use your SG Ghana Visa card or get one today. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Wafu, hey. Good
How
to
you
see
doing?
you. Hey,
Yeah, it's
man,
great to be
how you
back.
doing?
Yeah. Took a couple of days off, It's all gonna kick off from Friday, isn't it? So
Yeah.
Thought I'd better get my rest in before.
All right. Plenty of work this weekend, yeah.
Yeah. Well, plenty of work is the understatement of the year. We're literally going to come to work on Friday and not go home until we know
the results.
we know the results, right?
Yeah.
So, and we're obviously going to be praying there's no runoff.
Oh, please, no. We want to enjoy our Christmas in peace, please.
Oh dear.
That's why everybody should go out and vote.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, make it clear, make the choice clear. Of course, I mean, there are some people who are hoping there will be a runoff because that will make them kingmakers, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully not. Anyway, fingers crossed for the best outcomes.
We don't want to do a second election. Just want to get this over and done with.
I know. Anyway, we'll go through the process together. That's what matters. And of course, this is the time when we, the whole world has its eyes on Joy, and the election headquarters.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, honestly, where else are you going to watch
Where else
are you going to watch the elections, So, yeah, we're geared up for it. We're excited. And one of the things we're doing in anticipation, of course, is helping with the education of the public. And today we want to spend a bit of time on, the rights of voters and all that. That interesting issue of, someone taking a picture of his own votes. And how that has been flagged, obviously, as a violation of the law.
You're not supposed to do that.
Yeah. Where does it end, though? What about me telling people who I voted for?
Is that wrong?
I want to know.
Okay.
I mean, if I'm taking a picture of it and it's wrong, what about telling people? Is that wrong? So I vote, I come out of the the voting booth, and I shout, I just voted for whoever.
Hold it.
I was going to say Kuyadonko, but I can't do that. That will spoil my vote. That would also be illegal. So right. So I come out and I shout out who I voted for. Does that also violate, or what if I do it before? Or what if I do it here on air? I shout, I am going to vote for, right? Yeah.
Is it right or wrong? Could I accept food from...
Could I accept food from a candidate who wasn't there when she was sharing it?
Or was filmed doing so?
Could I? Yeah, these are all important questions, and we'll talk about them today. So it's part of what we're talking about. Also, I hear, you rich people who lent your money to the government, they say you'll get it back somewhere in 2 years from now.
A little too late?
Well, I mean, it depends on the time value of money and all of this business, doesn't it? How much of it are you getting back? And, all of this. Charlie, people have sacrificed too. have sacrificed, eh? Imagine your pension, like you, right?
Yeah.
Like just your nest egg, the thing you've put aside for your own future after decades of working.
After years of working,
government says, I need that because I made decisions that have led us our economy into a ditch. Charlie. We'll talk about it later on the show. 6 a.m. news, however, was brought to us by Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. And Absa Bank Ghana Limited, your story matters. And talking of stories that matter, there are lots of them here in the Joy Business Report, brought to you by Omni Basic Bank at your service. Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature. Trumpets.
All right, welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, government to make second Eurobond debt payment in January next year, as it assures the funds have been set aside to meet all obligations. Also, IMF charges government to quickly address energy sector challenges to help reduce expected shocks on the economy. Plus, Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia describes new e-gates at the Kotoka International Airport as lead in Ghana's technological advancement. We've got details coming up. Hello, thanks for joining us, everyone. Good morning to our friends listening from Kofu Radio and KTU Radio. Now, government has revealed that it will make a second Eurobond debt payment in January next year. It's coming after it started servicing external debts in October this year with initial payment of $520 million. Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, is Minister of Finance. He has been speaking at a press conference on the economy.
Servicing is in the form of coupons, and we are doing it already. We've already paid coupons amounting to about 520 million United States dollars, which we did in, I think it was in October. Yeah, October. Our next coupon payment will be 2nd January, and we are ready. We are not going to default. We are ready to service our debts. Then.
You heard that the Finance Minister, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam. Meanwhile, my colleague Isaac Atasenyako has more on the other issues that came up at the press conference.
Government insists that the country's economy is strong and will continue to experience improved macroeconomic signs in the short to medium term. The Minister for Finance, Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam, explained that the successful completion of the third IMF review will accelerate economic growth. On the state of debt restructuring with independent power producers, Dr. Amin Adam emphasized that although the impasse in Parliament has affected the completion of the agreement with some IPPs, government has completed its obligations. He was optimistic that holders of restructured debt will recover all monies lost in the debt restructuring exercise in 2 years. He touted government's achievement of maintaining strict expenditure lines ahead of the 2024 elections, which he says has contributed to the country's improved financials. With $360 million expected to hit government accounts in the coming days, many anticipate a stable currency in the next couple of weeks. Additionally, the Minister of Finance believes that improved macroeconomic indicators underscore a strong economy.
Isaac Atasenyako with that report. Now, Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has described the opening of the electronic gates at Terminal 3 of the Kotoka International Airport as a huge step towards effective border management. The Vice President says that it will reduce waiting time at the airport, thereby providing travelers swift experience upon arrival. He spoke at a commissioning ceremony in Accra.
Biometric recognition technology matches the traveler's biometrics with the authenticated document, and upon successful verification, the gates will open. If there are discrepancies, security is immediately notified. The system, thankfully, operates both online and offline, ensuring uninterrupted functionality, even in areas with limited connectivity. Customized for Ghana's needs, it integrates seamlessly with existing systems, as I've said, like PISAs, to deliver a highly secure border management solution.
You heard the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now, the IMF is asking government to take some drastic measures to deal with challenges facing the energy sector. The fund believes that this could be one of the surest ways to contain fiscal shocks on the economy. Georgia has more.
IMF in its advice noted that the associated debt facing the energy sector poses the biggest threat to Ghana's economic recovery. That is why everything must be done to ensure that things doesn't get out of hand. The fund, for instance, wants government to do more in dealing with the revenue mobilization challenges facing the energy sector. That is, the inability to deal with the power distribution firms in recovering their costs, which has impacted negatively on the whole power generation sector. The IMF is not just looking at the energy sector debts, but the possibility of things. The IMF is not just looking at the energy sector debts, but the possibility of it getting into a full-blown power crisis, and how that could impact on the entire economy. The World Bank, in a recent interview with Joy Business, noted that it still has issues with the agreement that government has reached with the independent power producers, and how that could impact on its finances badly going forward.
Georgia, with that report, economist Professor Peter Korte says the latest IMF verdict on the economy will boost investor confidence and positive donor reaction. The IMF has described Ghana's program performance as satisfactory and yielding the desired results. This influenced the disbursement of some $360 million that will hit the Bank of Ghana's account before Friday. Professor Korte has been speaking to Joy Business.
This will send a signal to the international community. I mean, the IMF brings credibility, and therefore, if you are under a program and you stick to the terms of the program and you're seeing results, it sends a positive signal to investors, it sends a positive signal to the donor community to engage further. So I don't think the IMF funds alone will be what we expect. I am very certain that when we've gone through these elections peacefully and safely, flows into the country, and that will help sustain our development programs and going forward.
Economist Professor Peter Korte there. Meanwhile, government has been advised to continue with measures that have helped Ghana meet benchmarks for the disbursement of funds under the IMF program. Dennis Brown is Associate Director at Deloitte Ghana.
We are on an IMF program, and we've known this from the beginning in terms of how the disbursements had been charged. Okay, and so this is something that we've been looking forward to, and it's for a good reason that we signed on to the IMF program. We've started seeing the positive results in terms of how it's translating into some economic recovery and some macroeconomic stability, and so it's simply a case of looking forward to the next tranche and ensuring that you do what you have to do to access the next tranche. So it has to be significant.
You heard Associate Director Deloitte Ghana, Dennis Brown. Turning to other news, the Chamber of Telecommunications is concerned about the rate at which fiber cuts is affecting the sector. Chief Executive Dr. Engineer Kenneth Ashiwe says this is derailing the progress of telcos in supporting the economy.
So the thing about it is that if you take the data between January and June this year, you have over 5,000 fiber cuts that are happening, to the extent that you have spent about $8.5 million repairing these fiber cuts. And then also when you go to these cell sites as well, there's a lot of theft and vandalism that is happening in there. And all of that goes to affect the quality of service, the quality of experience for you. It affects the cost of doing business. So fortunately, we've had a meeting with the Minister of Roads and Highways, and he would add his voice to the contractors, for the contractors to know that they will be held liable for any damage that they will do. And the Minister for Roads and Highways has also agreed that, because we need the networks to be resilient, we can't afford fiber cuts during the elections.
Ken Ashby there, he's CEO of the Chamber of Telecommunications. Next, the Joy Business van will be dwelling on the art side of things. Here's a visit to B.A. Champong Gallery. Take a listen.
Champong is a painter and a sculptor. Started professional painting in 2005. He was passionate about painting art at an early age, inspired by Bible stories.
I started practicing. I almost drew everything in that book, the Bible.
Echampong kept his passion alive throughout his formal education.
I kept on like that, drawing almost everywhere. Chalkboard, slate, anywhere, sheet of paper, anything I'll get, I'll just draw.
It was during his time in senior high school that Echampong began to give serious thought to painting as a profession.
At that time, I had seen a lot of people doing exhibitions in Ghana and outside Ghana, usually on TV. People started buying from me, and I realized that no, this is nice, and then of course, passion turning into business.
All right, to make a date, 1 p.m. right after the Joy Business Report, 5 p.m. On the Joy News channel. Don't miss it. Or before we go, let's look at the markets for you. On the currency market this morning, the dollar going for 16 cedis 30 pesos. That's what the forex bureaus are offering their clients. The British pound going for 20 cedis 30 pesos. The euro 17 cedis. If you're dealing with the commercial banks, the dollar going for 15 cedis 30 pesos. On the commodity market, crude oil selling this morning at $73.82 a barrel. Gold inched up by $7. It's trading this morning at $2,650 an ounce. Cocoa went down by $300. It's trading this morning at $9,038 a ton. You can move, Kojo. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. Past the Joy Business Report, it's back to Kojo Yankson and the team with more of the Super Morning Show. Don't go anywhere.
It's an intricate dance we do here every morning, isn't it? To dance around each other and get in and out. People don't know. Charlie, production, it involves ballet dancing and everything, Charlie. But we get it to you. Yeah. All right. So, of course, it's the season, isn't it? You know, it's the season.
I'm beginning to love this segment.
Are you? Because they are dropping your tunes, eh?
Yeah.
All right. So this one is called "Mary Did You Know?"
Oh,
it's by it's by. Let me see if I can say the name. FFX SIM.
What's that?
Fixim.
All right.
I don't know. No, it's FF-X-S-IM.
Is that the name of the group?
It's like Morse code. It's like some kind of military.
Sorry?
I don't.
The group is called
Proclaim.
The group is called. So what's this? For 6
Well, that's a new way we spell proclaim these days.
Ayo.
FXX.
In Morse code. All right. Okay. Well, this one is called
Mary.
Did you know? Hello, Ray.
Hi, Kojo.
Good to
Hi,
see you.
y'all. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you. So, Mama V, I hear later on the show you'll be having an interesting conversation with the author of Africa's New Constitutional Leadership, 77 Stories That Defined Ghana's Fourth Republic. Paul Adumochiri is the author of that one, and he joins us later on the show to talk about his new book. But in the meantime, though, lots to do. Shall we start with the Drive Safe campaign, brought to us by, of course, here, Joy News and Multimedia Group, and supported by Toyota Superior Quality. Avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel. Be visible, drive with your lights on. That is how to drive safe. So, who's got a tip for us?
Maybe as an additional information, you know, tomorrow, today is Wednesday, right?
Yep.
Tomorrow, the NPP will be doing its final rally at Legon. Then also the NDC is doing its own at Medina. If you live in and around these places, the police will try their very best to manage traffic. That's later on in the day. But of course, this is caution to you ahead of time to plan your life accordingly.
You can move to my side.
No, I'm just saying that it makes sense for you to plan ahead of time. You get the point? So that there are no shocks to you. Tomorrow, NDC at Medina. Around the same time, NPP at Legon. So on that stretch, people are complaining about how close these places are. But it might not necessarily be so close, but you should anticipate that stretch.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
On the same from
and that stretch
Legon,
will spill over to N1.
N1.
It will spill over to
Achimota, Gimpa, and all those areas will be affected. East Legon will be affected.
Yes.
Are these the final rallies?
Yes. So it's
on the same day at the same time.
I trust the police will put in place proper systems, but this is forewarning to you to plan your life accordingly.
Yeah. Is that in a flight zone? Can we fly drones? You know how we love to see the crowds from above. Yeah.
So do crowd comparison.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
now see if there won't be traffic in the sky too.
Which means we can learn how to say it right. Brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Bank Ghana. The future is you.
Something must be done.
You say either, I say either.
How do you pronounce this word? SCARCE. Did you say scarce? I know, many people say that. It's actually scarce. Scarce. Difficult to find or obtain. It has been traced back to the Latin word escarpus, which meant plucked out or singled out. Let's use it in a sentence. It seems there is nothing more scarce than an honest politician. So there you go. It's not scarce, never scarce. It's always scarce. That is how you say it right.
Yeah. One thing that's not scarce in the studio this morning is SMS hosts. We're all here. For the news review, brought to us by Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough, and Access Bank, more than banking.
Now, the Daily Graphic is reporting this morning, economy strong, it will benefit all. This is the Finance Minister of the Republic of Ghana speaking there. It's not too late. I mean, today is Wednesday, December 4. We have 3 days to an election.
It's not too late for the economy to benefit all.
Yes, is it not?
Oh no, but
the
economy must continuously benefit Ghana.
I get you, but
I'm not sure he's saying this because of elections.
No, but after 8 years, if economy is now strong and is benefiting all,
it will benefit. What did you say?
It says will benefit all.
Yeah.
Maybe next year. But it appears to be a very long time to wait for there are so many years, virtually every government that comes in, the fundamentals are strong. We are building upon that. Soon we'll reap the benefits. Then once in a while, when they are in trouble, they bring in tighten your belts. tighten your belt. Oh, there's also another expression they threw in there: bite the bullet. Then sometimes all of these are saying, "Come there,
drink bitter medicine."
Yeah, and Mama, the special one, the meat is down to the bone. So we should all be worried of what we do. Then we put in structural measures and all of the other things. But economy strong on December 4, 2024. Yeah, we thank God.
Better
that
late
economy
than never.
Now strong.
Better late than
and
never.
that recovery is on course. But I mean, of course, I'm not saying that Winston agrees we are on course for recovery, because that's another massive debate in the Republic of Ghana, that we like signaling things that are not in reality any specialized improvement.
One thing
mostly,
we
if you want to see your economy is on a right track, everywhere in the world they use some very basic standards.
This
right?
journey that we are on, we can't seem to agree on anything. No, we can't seem to agree on whether we've turned the corner, whether we are on course, whether we are making progress. We can't seem to agree on any of the directional positions.
We will know our smoothness level like in January thereabout. Around this time, dear, you want to be skeptical a bit.
So
I see a lot of improvement.
Right now, we don't know our smoothness level.
Whoever is propping up the CD is doing a very good job. In the last few days, always the CD is fighting back strong. But we know how we do our politics in this country.
You see,
that's why I said you have to wait for about a month.
The sad aspect of a country's development and the running of its economy is that whenever it's close to an election, we would do everything possible
to look good.
And then it's like we have 3 more years to mismanage and get on the right track. I have talked about the economic enclave project, which was started by Ken Ofori-Atta. If he had started that project in 2017, we'll be in a better place. But this is it. The economic enclave project shows us that we have failed woefully with planting for food and jobs. And we haven't learned anything. This is it. Another economic enclave project. Government, together with some other partners, acquires land. Raymond, irrigate the land, construct roads, electricity, there is storage. The Ghana Armed Forces are part, 48 engineers constructing roads day and night. All you have to do is to go there, have land leased out to you, and then you cultivate. And Kojo, you've been there, you've seen acres of rice production. There's a milling machine there. These are things we could have done 50 years ago and maintained it till today. Now, if Ukraine, suffering from Russian bombardment, is the reason there's inflation in Ghana, then it means that we have a problem. Because I cannot in my world understand how even countries that are along the desert are finding ways to grow crops, that Ghana, that talks about arable lands, struggles to develop. And you see, if we do not change, if we do not do these things, we will come back. And consistently, the problem in this country is that consistently we are always interested in numbers. So we have given seedlings to 200,000. We have trained. It is only in this country that under all the programs, from NYEP, from JIDA to YesDeb to LesDeb to NAPCO to YEA and all of that to NEIP, the conversation all the time is the number of people who have been trained. We never move the conversation from the number of people we gave funds to the impact these persons have had on the Ghanaian economy. If you do not do that, you always will get it wrong. Why? Because you would always praise the effort, but not the outcome. After all, we put in money because we expect a certain output. If we don't get that output, what did you do? What have you done? It's the same practice every year. And so...
economy is strong.
The
it will benefit all.
It's in your pocket.
That we agree on. I mean, that statement from Dr. Baumia, we all agree on. It is the pocket analysis that makes it really strong. Now, Shraj deploys 300 election observers also on the front page. 3 days to general election, zero tolerance for violence. This is the security task force sounding the warning with a picture of IGP George Akufu Dampare on the front page. Yeah, EC cautions media against declaring election results, and that is also on the front page here. Students Loan Trust opens application portal for 2024-2025 academic year. So you know,
this is a personal note.
As a loan about.
Did you take the students loan when you were at the university?
Official or unofficial? Which one? Yeah. My mother is listening. She may think that
okay. No.
I engage in illegal.
Oh, now
Unofficial.
Now you are old.
Yeah, okay.
Unofficial.
What's the difference
But have
between
you paid
official
back?
and unofficial?
No, it means that you probably you
didn't tell your
and you didn't tell your parents you were taking the loan, so they give you money.
So that one on record, no, and count that too.
It wasn't a need.
Yes.
But you
But
benefited.
you have to, you have to use it for things.
I benefited, but it's one of my.
Did you declare ahead of time that you were
I
going to
did.
pay? Oh, really?
I did. In fact, my father said, "Oh, you can go ahead."
Oh, I
but
see.
he still gave me money as if I was not on a government loan.
Have you paid?
I have.
But how would you know that you are paid all?
You should know.
Oh, you know what Snit actually did to me?
You
Yeah,
could go to
because
Snit
no,
and check.
I'm saying that even multimedia, they'll contact multimedia. The multimedia will do the deductions. So if they stop doing the deductions, that means that
you know,
is that what they do?
you know what Snit
Yes.
did to me? So I mean, one of my guarantors was going on retirement, so I paid.
Oh, okay, you have to clear.
Once I cleared that one, Snit used my contributions to clear the rest.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That makes sense.
So I didn't even indicate
Wait,
that.
without your knowledge?
No, I didn't ask them to.
Oh, I see.
But they did. But I think it was good they did.
Yeah, because
I don't have a problem. But they should have at least sought mine, but they didn't. Truth is, they didn't. They used it. The next time I check my statement, they are used contributions to clear the loan. But it's okay. At least
Can
I've
they
paid.
just do that?
Not sometime in Commonwealth, though, when the loan hits the account, the boys will come and stand outside. Somebody will sound the alarm.
Loan up.
Loan up.
Yeah, every time. When at the university.
It used to be called on the run. Those days, then the boys would. They are taking girls there needlessly.
There was this cafe at Vaco or Click Cafe.
Yep.
When the loan drops, my guy, you see
Oh,
the boys
man.
they always there.
That's right, that's
When
right.
the loan drops, every night campus is busy.
Yeah.
In no
Hey,
time.
women, mom, dear, you've been benefiting double for some time now.
And they are taking their own loans too.
Loan up,
Two people take loan. One's own is for everybody.
If you like a girl on campus and you want the best chance of her agreeing, ask her around loan time. Like a week to loan time.
Those days when the loan comes, you see the boys going to the banks. In those days, a lot of the boys had their accounts at GCB.
Yes, sir.
Oh!
There was some branch B at all
It's
sites.
reformed.
Yeah.
But
There was a branch at all sites.
The
Yeah.
GCB at Lagos. A woman will send you. We have come to queue to come and get our money. Then this woman say, "Oh, go and buy this thing for me." Me too. I'm in the queue for my money. Why is this?
In our case, if you don't like trouble, there was one at Cape Coast town. So if you go to the old site branch and you are using the
queue is
ATM
too
machine,
long.
it takes Sikanasa. If you don't like trouble, you go straight to Cape Coast Main. You go and take your money.
Take your thing, though.
Yes, just opposite the castle.
You come back
walk
to campus.
in there and collect.
When you
your
come back to
thing.
campus, you are at Singapore. You are at
So
small
you-
London.
No, sorry. My mom did not take the
You-
loan somewhere.
No, I did not. You guys are confessing
take
that
your
you
time.
did all
Somebody
these
took the
to
loan and-
please
Somebody took the loan and gave it
please
to
who?
you.
to please young ladies on
Did
campus.
you
Is
hear
that
me
what you're
mention any
saying?
lady?
Did anybody say any young lady?
Did you hear anybody here saying that we were pleasing young
We
ladies?
are telling you proper loan stories.
Do you know Singapore? Do you know Singapore?
They had some nice kebab there.
Yeah. Do you know small London?
Okay, so
But-
bottom line is not because some girls benefited; they were at the receiving end, because that's the story that you've been trying
I've also
to sell.
said that
We have
I've
said
not-
so
Took
many
all these
things.
loans.
We have said
So the
so
ladies
many
are
things this
benefiting
morning.
from the loans
That's
that
the
you've
only
taken.
one you heard.
But clearly, you were enjoying yourselves.
All the things that you said, that's all that you heard.
That's the only thing you heard.
Boys can tell us their student loan diaries.
Yes.
051111. 997.
That's
Get on
right,
to
that's
X,
right.
use the hashtag JoySMS.
Tell us.
We're very close to election. You need to have, share some of these stories.
Yes, please. It's not everything that is about.
No.
For student loan stories.
Yes.
And please beware, Mama V is reading them too.
No, I am not.
So
But you guys are
055
creating the wrong
1111
impression.
997. You can send us either a voice note or a text, a WhatsApp to that number, or post on X and use
So
the hashtag
the
JoySMS.
sorry once again for Mawabi's benefit. The Students Loan Trust opens application portal for 2024-2025 academic year. Are you okay?
Yes, let's move on to the daily guide.
Thank you.
On the December 7 polls, macho men will be arrested. That's attributed to the IGP. But what is here in the paper, what I see is that he's issued a stern warning to party militants, saying the police will have zero tolerance for their policing activities during the polls. He emphasized that they should distance themselves from the December 7 election security exercises, as anyone found parading as a security official will face punishment without any hesitation. Also, African countries need robust legal system, that says the Attorney General Godfrey Adame. Baumia commissions e-gates at Kotoka, and this has been trending very much since the commissioning, and I have been asking questions on this, and I think because of all the different sites, obviously because of the times that we are in, I haven't figured out exactly what this is replacing. Is it replacing any manual thing?
So I think the idea, and I'm happy to be corrected if I'm wrong, the idea is that if you have a Ghana card, you should be able to get through immigration on your way into the country easier than those without. Kind of like, if you get to the United States and, Americans are returning home, they don't have to go through as much as you, a non-American, will have to go through to get into the country. Do you understand?
So which of the entry points is it taken out? Sorry, because last week I used Kotoka in. So you join some winding queue.
There's Ghana Health Service, and then there's immigration.
Yes. I only saw the immigration guy. Then you hand over your passport. They take your passport. Then I think he stamps
the
it.
stamp as in
Then
you've entered.
Yes, then you move on.
Exactly.
Yes. Exactly what changes now?
So
the
maybe
winding queue, or the immigration officer, or the what they call it, the stamping. Which one?
I suspect that if your Ghana card, works, as soon as you scan it on the thing, the gate will open, so there won't be a need for a queue. It will be more like when you're entering the tube system in England, right? And you have your Oyster card. You touch it and you go. So queues don't form behind the turnstiles. Everyone is just moving through as quickly as you can swipe your card. Right?
Oh, okay.
I am assuming that is it.
We will have to go to the airport
we
to
have to get back to this. Let's get to the online news review.
It's brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy. Goyle Yenara Yendia.
Now, Good Energy Big Shield Gold Super XP is the ideal choice for most vehicles. It is flowing at many gas stations in the country. Just go full up your vehicle and enjoy the smooth ride with all the benefits. Gold Super XP is quality and gives you the correct choice when buying regular fuel. Gold Super XP is fortified with a special additive that gives longevity to your engine and makes your engine perform to the max using minimal fuel and suitable for most vehicles. When you mention the longevity word, my mom starts smiling. I don't know what the problem is. And as you journey the road, look out for the Gold stations with the Gold Super XP sign and go full up your vehicle. Gold Super XP will fill
And talking about goal, someone just sent a message. You've forgotten goal at Cape Coast when the
goal place now.
That's right, airport. We called it airport.
Well, energy.
All right. When was the last time you used your Zenith Bank account? If it's been a while, we want you to know that we miss you. This festive season, give yourself the best gift ever. Reactivate your dormant Zenith Bank account and rediscover the amazing benefits of being a member of Zenith Bank family. Experience true convenience and an excellent range of banking products and services designed to meet your every need this Christmas and New Year when you reactivate your Zenith Bank account. Don't wait. Simply visit zenithbank.com.gh or visit any Zenith Bank branch near you to initiate the process of reactivating your dormant Zenith Bank account. We look forward to welcoming you back. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
All right. Now, there's a story about the National Cathedral on myjoyonline.com. We don't manage public funds with the Bible. Dominic Domelevu is the one saying that. Also, a story about this one is a quote. It says, I have never silenced dissenting voices. Lydia Al-Hassan's reaction to Legon security guards video. Let's see what's on citynewsroom.com this morning. And election 2024, Baumia is experienced and ready to lead Ghana. That's according to the current president, Akufo-Addo. And on CNN this morning, opposition parties submit bill to impeach South Korean president. Hey, and it's an interesting story to follow. South Korea going through some political turmoil there, testing their democracy in an interesting way. Okay then, time for the BBC News, and it comes to us thanks to Fidelity Bank, Believe With Us, and Old Mutual. 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
For over 60 years, Good Energy has served you top quality fuels. Oil brings you Super XP for a smooth ride. It is available in Gold stations nationwide. Gold Super XP is fortified with special additives which help your engine perform better and use less fuel. Gold Super XP is quality fuel, the ideal choice for most vehicles. Energize your ride with Gold Super XP. Wufilia, huh? Wufefi. Good energy. Yeah,
Kudu, Ghana, the elephant is calling. Get ready for the biggest and the final rally for election 2024 put together by the New Patriotic Party. The New Patriotic Party, Adia Nijani Ahusepesronku, Etunsa Afrani Party Menina, and the general public say the party shall climax all its nationwide campaign activities with a final rally ahead of the 2024 general elections. Now, say rally way, Yatudin said the possibilities victory rally. Matthew 19:26. But with God, all things are possible. Ebaso Yawada, December 5, 2024. Time 1 p.m. sharp. Venue University of Ghana Sports Directorate Park. University of Ghana Sports Stadium no ena edi inshanim. Na special guest Amuba Jumedi His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, the President of the Republic of Ghana. His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, and the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party, John Ajakum Kufuor, the former President of the Republic of Ghana. Honorable Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe, Honorable Stephen Ayesu Intim, Lawyer Justin Kodia Frimpong, Honorable Alexander Kwamina Afenyo Makin, Honorable Akosia Frema Osai Opare, Enuti, all party members, sympathizers, and the general public are invited to participate in this historic program, which will be carried live on all media houses. Enuti media houses in contact the Campaign Communication Directorate for any inquiry. It is indeed time
for bold solutions for Ghana's next chapter. NPP. Eshi Rado, 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 Rado.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of a Zenith SME business card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME business card is a
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on
to support this motion. Now that it has been put forward, the next step is for the Speaker, Woo Won Shik, to open the session, and the earliest for that to happen will now be tomorrow. Then there is a mandatory 24-hour period before it can go forward to a vote, and that vote is going to determine whether or not the President Yoon Sang-yeol will be impeached. So just to give you an idea of how many votes are needed, I mentioned there are 300 members of Parliament in the National Assembly. You need a two-thirds majority, so 200 votes will be needed.
South Korea's currency has stabilized after dropping sharply when martial law was declared. The Bank of Korea has said it was prepared to take all essential steps to maintain liquidity and offered its unlimited support to markets. The French Prime Minister Michel Barnier faces a vote of no confidence today, which could bring down his minority government. Opposition parties called the vote after Mr. Barnier forced through his social security budget earlier this week. From Paris, Hugh Schofield reports.
The embattled Prime Minister appeared on national television last night to plead his case before the public, but there was no last-minute announcement or new concession. So, as things stand, there appears little doubt that come the vote in the National Assembly early this evening, Mr. Barnier will be out of a job, thus becoming the shortest-lived Prime Minister in France's Fifth Republic. What happens next is less clear. President Macron, who's on a visit to Saudi Arabia, is reported to have already begun soundings for the name of a new Prime Minister.
The Nobel Peace Prize winner Nadia Murad has accused international bodies like the United Nations of repeatedly failing victims of the Islamic State group. Ms. Murad was among thousands of Yazidi people enslaved and sexually abused by IS in Iraq. She told the BBC there was a lack of political will to bring members of IS to justice.
These international institutions who were meant to protect the most vulnerable, but they have been absent in most of these conflicts, especially in the Middle East. So many people around the world, including myself, feel that these institutions are governed by politics rather than justice.
Norway's sovereign wealth fund has sold all its shares in Israel's biggest telecoms group, Bezik, over its role in providing services to Israeli settlements in the occupied West Bank. The fund is the largest in the world. World News from the BBC. A second rebel group in Myanmar has said it's ready for peace talks with the country's military rulers. The Myanmar National Democratic Alliance Army has declared an immediate ceasefire. It's been fighting the military for autonomy for the Kokang people for more than a decade and was part of a rebel offensive that's recently seized large parts of Shan state. A man has been arrested in India's Punjab state after allegedly opening fire at the Golden Temple in Amritsar, where a prominent Sikh leader was carrying out a series of religious penances. Police say the target was Sukhbir Singh Badal, the leader of the SAD Sikh political party in Punjab, and that the alleged shooter was a Sikh separatist militant. Scientists in Britain have found that short, intense bursts of physical activity each day may reduce the risk of heart attacks and strokes in women. That's even if they do no other exercise in the week. Kat Wiener reports.
While longer bouts of high-intensity exercise are known to lower the overall risk of cardiovascular disease, it seems that even short bursts of exertion as part of day-to-day activities, for example climbing the stairs rather than taking the lift or carrying heavy shopping, can have significant benefits. Researchers found that women who recorded a daily average of 3.4 minutes of intense activity a day were 45% less likely to suffer a cardiovascular event than those who managed no activity at all.
Papua New Guinea has been chosen as the location for a new professional rugby league team in the sport's biggest club competition. Rugby league is Papua New Guinea's national sport, and the introduction to the NRL, which features teams from Australia and New Zealand, is seen as a massive boost to Papua's economy and development. The new team is expected to start playing in 2028. That's the latest world news from the BBC.
Let's go. My body, when you wake up in the morning and you know the money calling, oh you go work, but you know it's out on your side. If I believe with us, if I hold my hand and believe, oh, cause you know it's out on your side. And when you dream, no say I did by you. And when you hustle every day, when you wanna go, anything you do, I did for you. If I believe I did your side, fidelity. If I believe with us, fidelity. If I know I did your side, fidelity.
I am Wahinere Gifty Auntie. You see, it always feels good when you receive that salary alert. I made a bold decision to invest a lump sum into the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan. And this means that I will get these alerts every month throughout retirement for the rest of my life. You too can retire on your own terms. Invest a lump sum in the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan today and receive a monthly income for the perfect retirement. Call Old Mutual on 050-453-4333 or visit www.oldmutual.com.gh to sign up today. Obrapa Ahotongwa.
Old Mutual. Do great things every day.
Have you ever thought one click could expose your data, or a simple message could drain money from your mobile account? In today's digital age, information is power and protecting it is essential. At Academic City, our MSc in cybersecurity equips you to code, shield, and excel, providing the expertise to protect data and defend against cyber threats. Apply now for our January 2025 intake. Visit act.edu.gh or call 0262 693870 to secure your future. Academic City, educating future-ready leaders.
In a world where only the best survives, you need a fuel that can match your drive. A fuel with unparalleled protection for your engine, superior efficiency, and unrivaled performance. A fuel so unbeatable, when you get behind the wheel, you'll focus on what really matters. The journey ahead. That fuel is Shell V-Power. Because no other fuel gives your engine better protection, better efficiency, and better performance. Be unbeatable. Drive unbeatable. Shell V-Power. Shell. Go well.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
does the law actually say is legal and what is illegal, right?
Well, the law says no person shall communicate how that person voted.
Secret balloting.
Secret balloting.
The ballot is secret.
Something explains that if you read the law properly, it is an admonition for the election officials, not the voter.
Oh.
Martin Pebu disagrees. So that's the law. I mean, that's the law says that, but there's a lot of
this is fascinating stuff. Because okay, so even for the so if it's for the official, then that would make sense. Because if it's for everyone, then the question is, at what point are you breaking that law? Obviously, if you're taking a picture in the polling booth and that is considered to be breaking the law, what about if you announce it, say a week before? Right?
Or after.
Or a week after, or a day after, or an hour after.
That is why I agree with the Samson school of thought. And I also disagree with the other school of thought. In fact, even after the show, Martin Pebu spent quality time still engaging me on the phone on this matter.
Wow.
But still, my position on the matter has not changed. And I respect and love him. But still, my position remains. I think it's not the biggest problem. Kojo, such a provision only comes into play where we believe that we need to protect Winston from people attacking him because we made a choice that people may not like. You get what I'm trying to say? But if Winston waives that right of protection, if Winston says that I want the whole world to know that this is the direction I'm going, what are we afraid of? Bandwagon effect?
Well, so Martin Pebu sent this one.
Additional.
From Kwekwasare. Kwekwasa. Yes. Nobody can assail anyone for waiving a right.
True.
That is a non-issue. The EC has a duty to protect the secrecy of your ballot and to maintain the integrity of the electoral process. In fulfilling that duty,
the two connected?
Yes. In fulfilling that duty, the EC can put steps in place, the violation of which becomes punishable. For instance, the EC has rules that protect secrecy in the polling booth. You can't scream, I am voting for Samson while in the polling booth, even though you can scream so on news file. Stop talking about rights because this is not about rights. Relax. Nobody has a right to display their ballot. What you have is a right to cast a secret ballot, and it's the EC's duty to ensure the vindication of that right. You have no right whatsoever to undermine the EC's effort to facilitate your right to the secret ballot.
But how is that undermining it?
This is about following the EC's rules and penalties for failing to do so. You have a right for free expression. That does not include screaming "coup" at the barracks.
What a paradox, though. I don't have the right to stop someone from enforcing my rights,
even if I don't want that right enforced.
Yes.
Well, something has made it obvious. He's made it clear that you cannot enforce this as you go.
I actually think that there are other very important election-related offenses that people do not know about. That this morning we will find quality time to educate people on, because it's important. Sometimes it becomes a bit problematic for some people. For example, this issue about how long I can stay at the polling station. Can I vote, stay there permanently till they count the ballot? Some say, oh, vote, go back and come back and do whatever. Secondly, can I decide that I'm protesting against Ghana's democracy, so I'm going to spoil my ballot? Who is harmed through the process? You get my point? If I decide I'm going to vote for Ecuador today, what will be the difficulty in doing that? If I decide that I'm not even vote for anybody, I'm going to put the thing somewhere that it spoils the ballot.
They say if you vote for somebody that you know is not alive, if you do that, you have committed a crime.
Why? But I went to the polling station. I've been living under a rock for a very long time.
No, when I resurfaced,
no, take your time. Yes, I resurfaced and I heard this morning that Ecuador is no longer alive. I still love her. I went to vote for her. Why is that supposed to be a crime? So far, she's on the ballot paper.
But you know that she's not alive.
Yes, but why is that a problem? If I want to spoil my ballot, what is that? Why is there a problem?
So spoiling your ballot
is protesting. Listen, I have right to protest.
But that is
that
is defacing public property.
Oh, who says so? Winston, CEO. So the people who spoil their ballots, do we go and chase them and say, we are prosecuting?
But if you are caught,
Raymond,
then they should prosecute you.
You say it's a secret ballot.
Raymond,
I have bought the ballot.
Listen to me.
In the system. You say, oh, I want to ask you.
You have a right to do many things.
but at some point you use common sense.
Yeah, but Raymond's point
because
is that
you have
Raymond's
a responsibility.
Listen, Raymond's point is that Raymond's point is
Yes.
that it is not an enforceable
law. I mean, I don't even get the point.
How will you enforce it? In order to enforce it, you might have to break the law yourself.
You are saying that my own is a secret ballot. Then I spoil the ballot, put it in the system, say, oh,
but the point is, in order for them to catch you spoiling the ballot, they have to break the law.
True, because you have to get to know that Raymond put in this one.
So how do you enforce this one?
No, I'm saying that there are other laws in this country that we ought to, and we should concentrate on things. See, the sanctity is here, right to vote and to be voted for. That is the fundamental right that everybody should enjoy in this case. All the other things are supposed to enable that to happen. Right to vote and to be voted for. Let's not encumber the process with all of these. And I agree. If you are chasing people for sharing food, I agree perfectly. If you are chasing people for inducing people, for influencing people, all of that I agree 100%. But if I have a protest vote in this country, nobody can prevent me from having a
person
protest
commits a crime.
Yes.
If they pretend to be someone else to vote, whether that person is alive, dead, or imaginary,
that is why
they also commit an offense if they vote for someone they know or reasonably believe is dead or does not exist.
So that one is offense, not crime. What's the difference?
Let me continue.
Yes, I would have said it's an offense.
Musabia, what's the difference?
No, let me continue.
All right.
That mischief detected and ignored. So, yes. So, a person commits a crime if they pretend to be someone else to vote. Whether that person is alive, dead, or imaginary, they also commit an offense if they vote for someone they know or reasonably believe is dead or does not exist. Section 32 of the Representation of the People's Act, PNDC Law 284. And we know that Ekuyadonko is dead. But her picture will be there. So if you go and vote for Ekuyadonko, Mr. Hakwa.
But you left her picture on the thing.
Yes. Yes.
For your convenience.
That was entrapment.
Can you believe that?
Leaving her picture there was entrapment.
So
hold on.
Is the law. Can I continue now?
No, you continue. This law, I don't see the sense in it.
I'm wondering.
But let me also tell you.
Wondering what the spirit of it was. Like the framers, what were they thinking?
So, you've asked questions about voting laws and all of that. Section 37(1) of PNDC Law 284. During voting hours on election day, no one is allowed to try to persuade or influence anyone to vote for a particular candidate or ask who they plan to vote for or have already voted for within 500 meters of a polling station.
That's one thing that we're also engaging yesterday. So we are basically saying it is difficult to do exit polls in the Republic of Ghana.
It is not difficult, it is unlawful.
True. Because within 500 meters. So
but where will you go and stand to do an exit poll? If you are, do you know what 100 meters is? 5 of those.
Yes.
Right. So what are they exiting from when you are asking them 500 meters away?
Church station.
But hold on.
No.
You cannot do this thing within 500 meters of the polling station.
Church station.
So
you go later.
You can
go to their homes and ask them
to come and vote.
Did you vote today? Please, who did you vote for? I mean, how can a law prevent anybody from doing an exit?
Anyway, let me just.
What's the danger?
So it's something. I mean, we'll talk about all of these things later on the show, but lots of things to discuss.
Okay.
But Raymond, I've seen somebody responding to, the loans and allowance. This one says what? Nursing training.
Yes. It says, I am hearing confession today. In fact, my situation was different. My daughter was in NTC in 2nd D. I never knew nursing students collected allowance. I paid for everything while she collected her allowance. I only got to know when JM cancelled it and became an issue. By the time I knew, she had married and was living with her husband in England. So the child, she was not accounting for the money. It is this attitude that Mama V and Co have been having for a very long time. Lack of accountability for even the small that they receive. You are receiving money. You are not telling people that are receiving the money. Your father is not aware that you are receiving the money, and your father is paying for every other thing without. So what were you doing with Alawa?
International chubu. All right, now listen. Kwekwe Nchubuesiako sends this one in. He quotes Section 32B of PNDC Law 284, which we've done. But then he adds, a criminal offense can attract a criminal investigation. If the police really want to pursue offenders. Remember that we use thumbprints to vote, and thumbprints can easily be analyzed and traced to the persons involved. So offenders can easily be traced and punished. Maybe the media should educate the public about it so nobody mistakenly thinks that they can get away with it if they vote for a dead person. The law is the law.
So sorry, we are going to pick your thumbprints.
Well, I mean, it's possible. What he's saying is that it's physically possible, right? If you spoil your ballot and they pick that spoiled ballot, they could trace it to you.
Justice Youngson sent same message, maybe you remember when we did that point of law series. You think, oh well, anyway, I mean, it's something the police can do.
Yeah.
It's something they can do. But trust me, you would have somebody who will vote for Ekriadonko in this election.
No doubt.
Somebody will vote for Ekriadonko.
No doubt.
In this election. Anyway. So let's expect that, but I'm sure now we can move on. Someone sent me a message that says that if the living have failed me when they govern, and I think it's time to test the dead, why not? If the person is dead, why put him or her there to tempt me?
I think we should also send a message that if you did that, it would mean that all the effort, you woke up, went to join the queue, went to vote, it was for nothing.
No.
But your vote must count for something.
Sorry. Your vote can also be a protest vote. I mean, sometimes we should not... See, this is democracy. Sometimes people like selecting which part of element of democracy you want to practice on your own. That's fine. But I have a right to protest through even elections. I have a right to abstain from the election in protest. What is wrong with that? I mean, it's a civic responsibility. I am convinced and worried about your democracy.
So my protest... running mate to Alan Tremanti says that... please ask those who want to protest to vote for Alan Tremanti.
That is a very legitimate call.
Oh, goodness. All right, listen. Let's get on with it. It's a Super Morning Show on Joy, and you can still keep sending through your messages to us. Use the hashtag JoySMS if you're posting on X, or 055-1111-997 for your WhatsApps.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy, joy in the morning. Yeah. If you're turning on your radio, go for some joy in the morning. On the Super Morning Show.
Welcome to the Joy Super Morning Show.
Now, are you wondering where to hold your strategy planning meetings, your board sessions, or maybe your staff retreats? Well, there's only one venue, and it's Safari Valley Resort. Think of it. The green, serene environment, the accessibility, the meeting room capacity, the flow, the layout of space, the room flexibility, the quality of equipment, the staff, and of course the first-class catering service. It's got to be Safari Valley Resort as your first choice. Call them on 0596 914 394. Safari Valley, bringing you closer to nature.
Now, if you're thinking of treating yourself to something special, planning a quick getaway, or maybe surprising someone you love, whatever the moment, Stanbic Visa cards are here to help you say yes. So give Stanbic a call on 0302 815 789. Find Stanbic Bank on social media at Stanbic Bank GH, or visit stanbicbank.com.gh. Stanbic Visa cards, making Black Friday deals and holiday magic even better.
Now, as we approach the elections on December 7th, here's a way to be, more than just a voter. Yes. You can be an active part of the process. Yeah, don't spoil the ballot. Be an active part of the process with the iCollate app. Now, you can help make this election more transparent. All that you need to do is download the app from the Google Play Store. Oh, yes. Now, it's important. This is also brought on board. Or on the App Store on Apple. Yeah, they should write App Store first before Google Play Store. iCollate as the app, yeah, right. Or just dial *800 *2024 hash to submit the results from your polling station. That's not all. You can also keep track of results nationwide in real time, right from your phone. This is truly collation by the people, for the people, and in the interest of every Ghanaian. Now, so let's stand together for a free and a fair election. Download iCollate on App Store and make your voice count. Let's ensure a free and a fair election. Download iCollate and make your voice heard. Now, the disclaimer here is that iCollate is not the official Electoral Commission app, and does not represent the official Electoral Commission declaration of results. What? No, please
very
note.
crucial.
Yes. Very cool.
Crucial.
Very
crucial in Samuel Adam's voice.
Yes. It's only the EC who will declare the results.
All right, so snack time just got a whole lot better with Munchie Milk Shortcake. With its unique blend of milky richness and carefully selected ingredients, Munchie Milk Shortcake is crafted to delight your taste buds. If you for pure satisfaction and authentic taste of original richness, grab a pack of CBL Munchie Milk Shortcake, Ghana's favorite biscuit, and indulge in the milky goodness today.
Alrighty then, so the Kingdom Books and Stationery end of year furniture promotional sales are continuing until 31st of December. You get up to 15% off all furniture, and it's in all their shops, okay? In Tema, at Akweje, in Takrade, in Cape Coast, on Spintex, at Atomic, and of course in Winneba, as well as the 2 branches in Kumasi, KNUST and Santasi. You can also shop online. KingdomStoreOnline.com has all the discounts there too. So hurry while stock lasts. If you want to know more, call 050-162-0810 or email info@kingdomgh.com. Kingdom Books and Stationery is where quality and affordability are assured. Terms and conditions apply.
Leila Pencil says there's a purpose for voting, so you can't use that avenue to protest against democracy. Same reason you can't vote for a dead person. Let us focus on the purpose of voting.
Why can't you use that?
Forming a government. Can a dead person form a government? The law is not blind, though. It has foresight.
Sir.
This is no foresight at all.
It's not for you to respond. Yeah, Raymond. Listen, it's that time of the year again when we're all thinking of what to get for our families, friends, and loved ones, especially when everything is now so expensive. However, if you have a Societe Generale Ghana Visa card, then things are about to get amazing for you in the next couple of weeks. SG Ghana is giving you cash back every time you shop with your SG Ghana Visa card. So from now till the 31st of December 2024, use your SG Ghana Visa card to make payments at your favorite supermarket, retail shop, to buy fuel, pay online, or anywhere with a Visa POS terminal and get a percentage of what you spend paid back to you. It's really that simple and amazing. Get ready to spend, and spend some more, because SG Ghana is giving you cash back. Use your SG Ghana Visa card today and receive cash back all through this festive season. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you.
Ghana, get ready for the biggest giveaway from Syntex Tank. Syntex is visiting 15 communities. You didn't hear?
The biggest what?
Giveaway, that's what you heard.
Also, giveaway.
We are giving communities free water. That's what's important. This is to say thank you, Ghana, for making us number one, like the economy. Syntex was the first to introduce double layer tank in Ghana. Do you also know Syntex tanks come in many colors, very different ones, and the first to come out with an inner white layer. Did you know that?
Yes, I knew
inner
that.
white layer.
I knew that.
Ah,
yes.
okay. So when it's not Syntex, forget about it, right? Now, if you are a community and you want to benefit from Syntex free water giveaway, just log into their social media handles at Syntex Ghana and nominate your community. Don't call Kalebajoma. The more you nominate, the better chances of we coming. Remember, it's Syntex, SINTEX, Syntex tank. No be any tank be tank, oh. The correct tank be Syntex tank. Syntex, strong, tough.
So Totality is kicking off the holiday spirit with our Bronya Loop Day special. It started from the 1st of November, ends on the 31st of January 2025. And they are ready to spread some festive cheer. Swing by Liberation Road, Tessanot, Dacoman, Link Road, Sakumono, Farah Avenue, Oxford Street, Community 1 Stadium, Apremdo, Total Energy Service Stations. Change your engine oil and get a free elite car wash to keep your ride sparkling. It's like giving your car a holiday makeover. So while preparing to hit the road, make sure your vehicle is ready for the festivities. For more details and updates, visit our website, totalenergiesgh.com. Follow us on social media, Facebook, Total Energies Ghana, on X, Total Energies GH in caps, that's GH, and on Instagram, Total Energies GH small letters.
Great news for mums. Your favorite Cerelac now comes in a new variant with the combined goodness of wheat and maize fortified with iron, vitamins, and minerals. And guess what? The new Cerelac wheat and maize is an affordable 2 Ghana cedis per sachet. Yeah, so to make it, all you need is to add milk. In fact, Cerelac milk. Cerelac, care for them, count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
All right, so looking to sell your car and get great value in the future. Toyota Ghana's new extended warranty of 5 years or 120,000 kilometers. Whichever comes first boosts your vehicle's resale value. Buyers prefer cars with extended warranty, so make sure yours stands out in the market. Drive now, profit later with Toyota Ghana extended warranty. Call Toyota Ghana on 0302 429 80125 to learn more. Ghana drives Toyota.
All right, coming up, sports, birthdays, and more of your messages on this wonderful Wednesday morning. Stay with us.
Hey, so as for you, every day you are just pressing your phone. Why? Are they paying you?
They are, Oma. The more I use my MTN, the more points I get. And I can use those points to get airtime, data, and even discounts at shops and restaurants.
Hey, so that is why all of you are always pressing your phones. And you won't tell us, so that we too we can enjoy some.
Oh, ma.
There's always more to enjoy with MTN Rewards. Just keep talking, testing, and browsing all day, every day to collect your points and use it to redeem amazing offers and discounted freebies right away. There's so much available for you. So dial *550# and get your reward today. Let's go everywhere you go.
Kweku, have you heard what they are doing on MTN?
Imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. Picture your rooftop transformed into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. Well, dream no more. With Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, you can turn this dream into a dazzling reality. And guess what? Our renewable energy loans come at very low rates. That's right, we are not just offering loans, we are offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. So if you're ready to take control of your energy destiny and switch to solar today, give us a shout on any of the following phone lines: 050-153-5789, 050-153-5790, 0244-674154. Let's chart a course for a brighter tomorrow and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Enhance your business operations with the HP Color LaserJet 150 NW printer. You can print, copy, and scan up to 19 pages per minute with high-quality mobile scans or customizable shortcuts in the HP Smart app that delivers effortless use from wherever you work so you can focus on growing your business. Take advantage of its Wi-Fi direct printing and intuitive touchscreen, which are both designed to simplify your day. With the HP Color LaserJet 150 NW printer, experience fast and easy setups and improved overall printing efficiency with a 20,000 page duty cycle built to keep you and your business secure and moving forward with embedded security that is pre-configured out of the box to detect and stop attacks. The HP Color LaserJet 150 NW printer is available at all Kompu Ghana stores. Visit CompuGhana.com or call 0302-752-020 for more information.
Come on. Good boy. Honey, look, he's crawling.
Wow.
Good job. The new Cerelac wheat and maize has the combined goodness of wheat and maize grains fortified with iron, vitamins, and minerals also found in fruits and vegetables. To prepare the new Cerelac wheat and maize, just add milk. Enjoy your little one's big moments at less cost. Cerelac, care for them, count on us. This advert is FDA approved.
Righty then, birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by
MTN.
Everywhere you go, and Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. All right, whose birthday is it?
Today is Lamisi Dabre's birthday. So Lamisi, happy birthday to you. I know you don't like it when I call you Janet Dabre, but enjoy your day.
Okay, I've got one here. This one says, happy birthday to my beautiful wife, Akosia Achima Asamoah of Roverman Productions. My prayer is for God to bless her with joy, good health, and peace. May God guide her steps and surround her with his endless grace and blessings. May she be blessed with a year of success, personal growth, and be blessed with all the beautiful things that make life special. It's from me, Obrimpong and Nsroma. We wish her a special, blessed birthday with beautiful moments, joy, fulfillment, and a heart filled with contentment. Isn't that nice? Okay. All right, who else? Anna Asa.
Yep, we're good here.
Fantastico. Okay then, so that brings us neatly to the Joy Sports Center, brought to you by
MTN.
Everywhere you go, Standard Chartered Bank,
Here for good.
And if it's football you want, DSTV has got it all. All of it is on DSTV. All the leagues, all the cups, all the matches live in HD. This season promises to be exciting. DSTV, your home of entertainment.
And imagine a world where your home or business is powered by the sun's boundless energy. Picture a rooftop transform into a solar sanctuary, radiating with eco-friendly vibes and city-saving brilliance. This dream could be your reality with Standard Chartered's renewable energy loans, which, by the way, also come at very low rates. Standard Chartered is not just offering loans, they're offering the keys to your solar-powered kingdom. Say goodbye to high electricity bills and step into a new world where every watt generated is a step towards a brighter, more sustainable future. If you're ready to take control of your energy destiny, then call Standard Chartered on 050-153-5789 or 050-153-5790, also 0244-674-154. Let them chart a course for a brighter tomorrow for you and make your solar dreams shine brighter than ever before. Standard Chartered, here
for good. Now, MTN Yellow Biz is a robust suite of business solutions designed to drive operational excellence and business growth, tailored for small and medium-sized enterprises and large enterprises. This all-in-one package delivers essential tools and platforms to enhance visibility, ensure business continuity, and propel growth. It consists of a 4G plus router with 10 gigabyte free data, Microsoft 365 genuine Microsoft tools, Webways, a customized business website, Unicom service, a unified and intelligent business communication solution. So what you get is the 4G plus router plus 10 gigabytes, Microsoft 365 3-month subscription, Webways 1-year subscription, Unicom service 3-month subscription, all for 1,200 Ghana cedis only, and no pet. With MTN Yellow Biz, businesses gain access to advanced productivity tools, a powerful online presence, and superior customer experiences. The solution features reliable, high-speed 4G plus internet, empowering organizations to operate with greater efficiency and competitiveness. By leveraging these resources, businesses can optimize their operations, stay ahead in their markets, and achieve sustained success. To get MTN Yellow Biz, call 100 or 0244308111. Email us at mtnbusiness.gh@mtn.com. Visit mtn.com.gh/business or any MTN office near you. Fentio, Tahiru, Fentio.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. I'm told that yesterday, in fact, I read it. Not that I'm told. I read it because I slept early. Leicester beat West Ham 3-1.
They did.
Mohamed played
his first game back, and it wasn't a great return for him. But Ruud van Nistelrooy, his first game in charge as Leicester City boss, he's high flying. Must be very happy indeed.
Daka stealing it from Kilman, who's now trailing in the race. Patson Daka went himself and seals the deal for Leicester City and Ruud van Nistelrooy. A bountiful night for the Foxes.
Yeah, great game for them last night as they thumped West Ham. Barcelona also recorded a heavy victory over Mallorca in their first league win in 4 matches. We've got all of that to come, but first, presidential candidate for the new force, Nana Kwame Bediako, has described the activity of watching sports as a complete waste of time. Discussing his policy for sports on GTV last night, Bediako first criticized sports audience for wasting precious time watching football before proceeding to lay out his plan for sports development, where he plans to fuse it with education.
I think that, first of all, if you spend 2 hours watching football almost every 2 days, in a year, you would have spent 1,000 hours of your time or 500 hours of your time watching football, that somebody is getting paid $500,000 a week, but you watch them for free and pay your hours into it, okay? And I don't think that's a good investment, because your time is your most important asset, but you have to use it sensibly. But what I would do for sports, which I think we're lacking, that will stop people from just watching and not being a part of the industry, is to start to infuse sports right into our educational system by partnering with people who are specialized on that.
Now, Nana Kwame Bediako also says he intends to set up football academies across the country that are aimed at adding enough value to players before their transfers to Europe. That, he says, is a successful model that would draw enough revenue for Ghana to be able to purchase global super clubs like Chelsea and Manchester United.
So what is happening is that somebody will come and form like an academy and call it Right to Dream. And then when you have your right to dream now, you have to go through someone's country in Holland before they sell you. So you're just like a polished slave. That, you know, he polishes you and then he sends you to Holland before they will give him a price and they will give you a portion of it. When we can actually have academies that we will breed a lot of footballers and sell them to the world for millions of dollars, and most of the money will circulate in our system, and they would also feel like they're more entitled to where they got their skills from, where they got their breakthrough from. So they're going to stay true to the country. And after that, we can go and buy some Chelseas and Manchesters, just like the Arabs are doing, just to make our country stronger.
That's presidential candidate for the new force, Nana Kwame Bediako there. And while we dream of getting enough money to buy Man United and Chelsea, at the moment, we can't even pay the national team head coach, Otuado. According to Communications Director for the Ghana Football Association, Otuado and his backroom staff are owed salaries.
There are some salaries that are in arrears.
Okay.
And we have to face it.
Otuado,
Okay, now. So
do you owe him 3 months' salary?
We owe him a few months.
A few months,
yes.
It's
Not him, the entire backroom staff.
The entire coaching staff. We know about that.
Why we owe Odo?
Yes. Why do we hire coaches and not pay them? Like, I mean, obviously the ministry pays them, but what's the issue?
I don't know. I don't know. Once is the responsibility of the ministry. I cannot speak for the ministry, but what I know is that there are some months that are in arrears.
To pick on that, because you see, it's like everything is connected. You hire someone, we don't pay the person, we expect him to get results. He doesn't get results, we want him to get fired. The entire technical team, we've not paid them, maybe let's even say about the past 3 months, and they are working. Like, I find that hard. I find that, like, I cannot understand it. Like, why do we do this? That's myself with Henry Asante-Chum on Friday afternoon. Meanwhile, the conversation about the team's failure to qualify for the AFCON is still ongoing. And now, former Asante Kotoko board chairman Herbert Mensah, he believes Ghana has lost its status as a great sporting nation. He cited the country's performances across various sporting disciplines in recent times and at the 2024 Olympic Games, and also the Black Stars' inability to play knockout football at any major tournament since 2019 to justify his assertion.
What you have are people playing with a system that makes sense, and they're playing in a coordinated fashion that makes sense. That's why the Cape Verde Islands and Comoros and the rest, there are no weak teams anymore who are playing. So what is it about our administrators that put a system together, which when they fail, they still have the guts to come and make excuses that nobody in their right mind would accept? A great sporting nation like Ghana is no longer a great sporting nation. Not at any level. You go to the Olympics, we've wasted taxpayers' money. You go to Commonwealth Games, you've wasted taxpayers' money. You go to Nations Cup, and the amount of money that is spent singularly on football, the political sport, if I can put it like that, is not acceptable. And there needs to be a hard truth.
Herbert Mensah. Now, Leicester City manager Ruud van Nistelrooy, he got off to a winning start in his first game in charge as they beat West Ham 3-1 yesterday in the Premier League. Van Nistelrooy was very pleased with the victory.
Of course, in the end, you look at the result, and the 3 points in the position that we are in are vital. Also, with the other fixtures of this playing round, we knew it was a big one for us. The result was that mattered. Of course, I've also seen the game. West Ham was dominant, had so many chances, so many shots. But I think our fighting spirit, our togetherness got us through the game, and we were very effective in scoring ourselves. So a great night in the end.
There were 2 Ghanaians involved in that game. Mohamed Kudus, he started for West Ham after his 5-game suspension ended, while Jordan Ayew was only a stoppage time substitute for Leicester City. Now, the win moved Leicester from a point above the relegation places to 15th, while West Ham are 1 place above them in the standings. Elsewhere, Crystal Palace, they edged out a 1-0 victory at Ipswich Town, with Jean-Philippe Mateta capitalizing on a slip to score the winner just before the hour mark. Tonight, Ruben Amorim's Man United will face their biggest test yet when they take on Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium in the Premier League. The Gunners boss Mikel Arteta is looking to go on a run and close the gap on Liverpool.
Yeah, well, the level is to win. That's it. So we haven't done that this season yet. We have won a lot of games, not at the level of Liverpool. So there is another level for sure. In relation to the phase of play that we have, obviously there are certain players that are accountable to pass information, to read clues, and to understand what we have to do, and then communicate.
And Ruben Amorim, he may have led Man United to their biggest victory in the Premier League since 2021, but he says his Man United team is still work in progress.
I would like to say different things, but I have to say it again. The storm will come. I don't know if you use that expression, but we are going to have different difficult moments, and we will be found out in some games. And I know that because I'm knowing my players, and I know football, and I follow football, so I understand the difference between the teams.
Ruben Amorim. Elsewhere tonight, struggling Premier League title holders Man City, who are winless in their last 6 games in all competitions, they take on Nottingham Forest tonight at the Etihad Stadium. Pep Guardiola was asked at his pre-match press conference whether the pressure is getting to him.
Yeah, we won 6. Yeah, that's right.
Some people look at that as a sign that maybe you're losing your cool.
I was never cool. Do you know what was cool? Because we won. The people who won is so cool. They're so handsome. They're so nice. And when you don't win, it's completely the opposite. But it's the same.
See, Jose Mourinho famously did this. Some people think that was the beginning of the end for Jose at United.
I hope not in my case. At the end, we were quite similar like Jose. But he won 3, I won 6. But it's the same. So we are together. So in that situations.
Pep Guardiola, he says he was never cool. And there's also Newcastle against Liverpool. That's at 7:30. Same time Chelsea go away to Southampton. In La Liga, Barcelona captain Rafinha scored twice as they return to winning ways for the first time in a month with a 5-1 victory at Mallorca, with the visitors netting 4 times in the second half alone. Barca are now top of the standings on 37 points. 4 ahead of second place Real Madrid, who have 2 games in hand. Atletico are third on 32 points. That's all the sports this morning on the Joy Sports Centre. My name is Fentio, Tahiri Fentio. Back to you, Winston.
Thank you, Fentio. And so, the honeymoon is over, people have said.
For who?
Hansi Flick.
Yeah.
Because he was doing,
It's good to see the team back to winning ways. They had a 9-point lead over Real Madrid at some point, and then they went 3 matches and got only 1 draw from that, so they lost as many as 8 points out of a possible 9. Madrid won those points and clawed back the lead to just 1 point, and still had a game in hand until yesterday when Barca played. So now Barca have a 4-point lead at the top, but Real Madrid have 2 games in hand. If they win both, they will go above Hansi Flick's Barcelona. So But it's not necessarily surprising, Winston, when you have the youngest team in La Liga. Young players make mistakes. Alex Ferguson famously said, "What? You can't win nothing with kids."
Well, yes, you can win something, maybe a youth cup,
maybe that. But winning championships require a lot of experience.
Yes, and that's always difficult if you have to do so with very young players. That's
he's doing well. He's doing well.
No, he's doing.
These moments will come. It's normal.
It's always. I mean, there are always these challenges. And look, every coach would need time. At least he'll join in the summer, so he will be able to. He would know his team. And for a coach like Ruben Amorim, he needs time. But the good thing is that he shows you how he wants to play. He's not like Ten Hag, who came in and said he was going to play from the back after 2 matches he gave up. But Ten Hag actually had a whole summer. He cut short. He actually went to see United given he had not even started work, pretending to be the savior.
And that's why that's why Pep Guardiola is not deviating from what has served him so well. Because people are saying he needs to stop the leakage. He needs to revert to being defensive. And the moment he does that, you lose the trust of the players. That's what happened with Ten Hag.
No, but you see, Pep Guardiola, there are times you probably would say, oh, he's overthinking. But that's his style.
It served him well.
And I have seen Pep Guardiola. Look, this is the point. Today, if Pep Guardiola decides to stop the leakage, how does he stop it? Parking the bus?
Yeah. That's what they want him to do.
Pep Guardiola
that's not him.
Has played a 3-back before.
Yeah.
So Pep Guardiola is one who can change his formation and still control the game. It is just that he has an aging team. They don't have the legs again.
They do have a very old team, yeah.
He doesn't have the legs.
So the Man City have given the most minutes to players aged 29 or over than any other team in the Premier League. 54% of all of Man City's games have been played by players who are 29 years old.
How old is Grealish?
Jack Grealish, I think it might be 28.
29, because when he joined, he was 26 years or so. He's even old.
Yeah.
De Bruyne, 33. Ike Gundogan, 34.
Yeah.
He has an aging team.
Stones is in that category.
That
Walker,
32 or 34.
Ederson himself is making unforgivable mistakes.
It's like that, isn't it? Anyway, thank you very much, Fentio, Tahiru Fentio. Chelsea is doing well.
And phenomenal team.
Thank you very much. I know that I wouldn't mind if Chelsea wins the league.
It's possible.
Well,
but Arsenal have rediscovered their form, don't forget.
Yeah, because the players are back. You see, every team has players that transform the team.
It's not just players, that's one player.
Odegaard.
Thank you.
Let's get interactive this morning here on the Super Morning Show. Social media messages brought to us by EcoBank. A better way, a better Africa. And you know that every day people face different emergencies. Police emergency, fire emergency, medical emergency, you name them. But many Ghanaians don't know the emergency numbers. Well, here's one you would always want to remember. *770#. Yes, *770# is the EcoBank Money Emergency number. It gives you instant access to loans, fund transfers, utility bill payments, airtime, and data purchases, and so much more. You don't need internet for this. Just dial *770#. No need to panic. In any money emergency, EcoBank will always come to your rescue. Dial *770# now for solutions to your money emergencies. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank. And stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
EcoBank Mobile to make me say, EcoBank Mobile to make me crazy. Download it and use it. It gon' make your life so easy. Download it. You gon' enjoy it. You can pay bills, you can buy credit, you can pay school fees, even church tights with the Apple. EcoBank Apple. Life is easy with the EcoBank mobile app. You can pay your bills, transfer to and from mobile wallet, virtual card creation, transfer to other banks, express account opening, scan and pay, express cash, all at your fingertips with the EcoBank mobile app. You know, it's 5-star life with EcoBank. Can promise.
Teza Group presents the all-new Toyota Veloz, now in Ghana. This stylish 7-seater SUV is perfect for families and businesses, featuring dual-tone interiors, a 1.5-liter engine, 3 driving modes, excellent ground clearance, and a wireless charger. With a 3-year warranty and 6 months of free servicing, it's the smart choice. Toyota Veloz style, comfort, innovation, and affordability. Call or WhatsApp Tessa Group on 0536 4974 40 today or visit tessa-group.com.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And we're bringing you the Joy Business Minute shortly, brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you. Anointed Engineering Services, the Generator Experts, and Pinnacle Life Insurance. More for your smile. So, Anointed Engineering Services Limited is into the sale of ultra-silent, fuel-efficient diesel generating sets with size ranging from 5 kVA to 3,000 kVA at competitive prices. For every generator you acquire, you will enjoy a 5-year warranty. They also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generating sets. And the services include a 24-hour emergency service, sale of genuine spare parts, reliable rental services, professional advice, sale of tar lights and rental. Locate their latest branches in Bebiani, that's Petrogy, opposite the Bethel School Junction, on the main Bebiani-Kumasi Highway, Tachiman X Oil Filling Station, on the main Tachiman-Kumasi Highway, and locate their head office at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko-Malam Highway, near the Odoko traffic light. They have 18 branches nationwide, are into skills training. They have a training school that trains students in generators and plants, auto mechanics, electricals and controls, and solar installations, offering 80% hands-on training and 20% theory. Call them on 0243 480 334 or 0243 690 295. Anointed, the generator experts. Now time for the Joy Business Minute.
Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you. Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts. Government has revealed that it will make its second Eurobond debt payment in January next year. This coming after it started servicing its external debts in October this year with an initial payment of $520 million. The IMF is asking government to take some drastic measures to deal with challenges facing the energy sector. Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has described the opening of the electronic gates at the Terminal 3 of the Kotoka International Airport as a huge step towards effective border management. And after years of ignoring pleas to sign up to child protection schemes, the controversial messaging app Telegram has agreed to work with an internationally recognized body to stop the spread of child sexual abuse material. And that's the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, and Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator expert.
And on Big Stories this morning, brought to us by Telecom, connecting Energy's latest forum, your partner for life in Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. Our focus is on elections, and we're looking at your rights and responsibilities, but also, most importantly, we're looking at the election-related offenses and, what you can do and cannot do. There's been a lot of conversations about, whether you can take a shot of your vote, whether you cannot, and all of those things, whether you can, you would have to stay and wait for the results to be counted, or you can go home and come back. All of these are issues that we'll be getting into right here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. So just stay with us. And the Telecel More Money promo excitement is at its peak. Over 50 winners have already walked away with 30,000 Ghana cedis each in the weekly draws, and we are getting closer to rewarding one customer with a grand prize of 1 million Ghana cedis in the Telecel More Money promo. That lucky customer could be you, so keep purchasing data, airtime, or reload your fixed broadband to get closer to becoming a millionaire. The more you reload, the better your chances of winning. Don't miss out. Dial star 500 hash, send win to 500, or visit the Telecel Play app to opt in for free. Join the Telecel More Money promo now and make your holiday season even more joyous. Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the National Lottery Authority on the Caritas Lottery platform. Telecel, connecting energies.
And I know you would want a British degree at a fraction of the cost, right? And also want a vibrant student experience in a community that equips you with useful employability skills, taking you one step closer to the career of your dreams. Well, you can enjoy all these and more, plus up to 50% scholarship for your degree at Lancaster University, Ghana. Be taught by the finest faculty trained to UK standards at our campus. For more information, visit lancaster.edu.gh. You can also email us at admissions@lancaster.edu.gh or call 0209-607008. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa. So tell me, what makes you smile? Is it the time with loved ones, pursuing your passions, or simply enjoying life's little moments? At Pinnacle Life Insurance, we believe that life insurance should do more than just protect your family's financial future. It should also help you live your best life now. Our policies offer comprehensive coverage, living benefits, and rewards to help you make the most of today, because we think of wealth differently. At Pinnacle Life Insurance, we provide solutions that give you more for your smile, more time, more freedom, more joy. For more information on our policies, call us on 0501 451 400 or visit pinnaclelifeinsurance.com.gh. Pinnacle Life Insurance, more for your smile. All right, so stay with us. We'll be right back after these messages.
There's a business in every woman, from the young lady brimming with exciting and novel business ideas to the market queen managing her empire. There's the she architect, quantity surveyor, realtor, business consultant, crafting dreams into reality, and the multitasking mom seamlessly blending work at home. The entrepreneur, meticulously checking stock, to the corporate woman sealing deals on the move. Indeed, there's a business in every woman. Introducing Telecel Women in Business, our initiative to empower women-led and women-owned enterprises. Benefit from tailored activities, networking, business and technical support, free webinars, trainings, and more. To join this initiative, be a female-led business and a Telecel business customer. Visit telecel.com.gh/business to register now.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Are you hoping to start university this January? If you want a British degree from a world-class university at a fraction of the cost, then join Lancaster University, Ghana in Accra. With a diverse student community, vibrant campus life, and up to 50% scholarship to support your study, Lancaster University, Ghana provides you with a world-class education that creates endless possibilities globally. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Apply to join Lancaster University, Ghana, where learners become leaders. Admissions are currently open for our January 2025 intake. Apply now for our foundation program. For more information, contact us at +233 030 221 8989 or send an email to admissions@lancaster.edu.gh. Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British university campus in West Africa.
In every corner of Africa, there are stories waiting to unfold. Stories of strength and wisdom woven through time, teaching the next generation, igniting the flame of knowledge, embracing tradition, nurturing dreams, and building legacies. These are the heroines who inspire generations, because W Initiative empowers women to take control and be the architect of their future.
Be part of their legacy. The W Initiative is searching for 100 African women who have inspired their communities. Visit powerof100.thewcommunity.com to nominate African women who deserve recognition. Your nomination counts. Access more than banking.
What do you mean, sir? Free on a Metropolitan Life Insurance at Daramo. Now, me too, I am insured. Say accident, yeah, real bommy, and also Wobama Kwemumpoa. My family and I will be covered. And do you know I pay only 5 cedis 80 pesos a month? So allow me to sing.
With Metiasi from Metropolitan Life Insurance Ghana Limited, you can have peace of mind knowing that you and your family are covered. Dial *170# now. Metropolitan Life Insurance Ghana Limited. Together we can.
Do you want to remain productive and competitive in your business? Then I am happy to remind you that Anointed Engineering Services Limited is still here to serve. We provide homes, offices, and institutions with ultra-silent, reliable, and fuel-efficient diesel generating sets with sizes ranging from 5 kVA to 3000 kVA at unbeatable prices. You also enjoy a 5-year warranty. Anointed Engineering is noted for unwavering 24-hour after-sale emergency service, rental and sale of tile lights and genuine spare parts, undertake repair and maintenance of all diesel generators, and buy back used generators. Sign up today at our training school and gain hands-on experience from our team of professionals on generators, plants, auto mechanics, electricals, controls, and solar installations. Anointed Engineering has 18 branches nationwide. Locate our head office in Accra at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic light. Call our hotlines on 0302 324723 or 0243 690295. Also on 0243 480334. Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator experts.
Adam, why do you look so stressed?
I am struggling to secure the funds from my bank because of collateral requirements.
Have you called CBG? Whether you are a business owner looking to expand or an individual with business operations, with CBG collateral-free loans, there are no barriers, just opportunities. You can access a working capital loan of up to 1 million Ghana cedis for your business or up to 200,000 Ghana cedis as an individual trader. No collateral is needed.
Oh, that's great.
At CBG, this is what they mean by ensuring their customers live the good life. A life where your potential isn't limited by the assets you own. So, don't let not having adequate collateral hold you back. Apply for a CBG collateral-free loan today.
T's and C's apply. Welcome to the good life. CBG, we stand with you.
What makes you smile? Is a time with loved ones, pursuing your passions, or simply enjoying life's little moments. At Pinnacle Life Insurance, we believe that life insurance should do more than just protect your family's financial future. It should also help you live your best life now. Our policies offer comprehensive coverage, living benefits, and rewards to help you make the most of today because we think of wealth differently. At Pinnacle Life Insurance, we provide solutions that give you more for your smile, more time, more freedom, more joy. For more information on our policies, call us on 0501 451 400 or visit www.pinnaclelife.com.gh. Pinnacle Life Insurance, more for your smile.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
About Africa's new constitutional leadership, 77 stories that defined Ghana's Fourth Republic, as told by Paul Adum Otri. And he's the author of the book and is currently in studios with us. Paul, good morning and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you very much, Winston, for the opportunity.
I hope you're doing very well.
Yeah.
Now, this is a book, 130,000 words. What's this book all about?
This book is about a story of an African country that decided on its own to adopt a constitution that was created out of its own, such that it was new in the world, that merged two important global constitutions, the British and the American. And this group of African people set out to make this constitution work, whatever it is, because of the history, a sordid past of political upheavals that have occasioned severe economic deprivation, and that has lost trust with the people. The social contract was broken by the end of the 1970s. So these Ghanaian people decided that as for this constitution, we will make it work. So the media will make it work. The judiciary will make it work. And above all, important individuals made decisions that you will recall was definitely a selfless decision, could have ended their lives, but they pursued in these matters so that the constitution will survive. So this book is a story of an African people who have given themselves a constitution and who are working so hard to make it work.
Great, and we'll get into some of these stories, but just tell us, the scope of the book.
So it discusses the immediate period before the 1992 Constitution set out at the preface, and then it discusses thereafter, starting from the first legal challenge after this Constitution was to come into effect in 1992 or so, middle of 1992, when the ban was lifted on political parties as part of the progress towards establishing and promulgating a constitution in January 93. The PNDC law that announced the ban also banned in future political parties using names of old political parties. And as you may have read from Dr. Beda Samuel's book, the reason was that the PNDC wanted to find a level playing field, quote and unquote, for all parties. So they didn't want the UP to say they were UP or CPP to say they were CPP. So if everyone has to form a new political party, then if they, the PNDC, form the political party, it will also be new and will not suffer from a historical deficit. That's what they were trying to achieve. So the first case was a court case in which Komla Gbedema, the famous Komla Gbedema, hired Nana Akufo-Addo to complain to the court that this ban of not being able to use certain names was against the rights of the political parties. An interesting case that went before the High Court. After the arguments were heard, the High Court judge decided that he lacked jurisdiction to look at the matter, and that is why immediately in 1992 parties couldn't use their own names. So the MPP were deciding to be as close to the PP, which is the last MPP tradition party, in 1969. So they called themselves NPP, and then the CPP could not find. At some point, the CPP called itself the PCP. Eventually, the Supreme Court has resolved the matter that anyone can use any name. That's why I have CPP returning onto the political conversation. So that was the first case, and then came the campaign. So the book is treating any story that is significant in shaping out how this constitution has become. So there's quite a bit of mention of Supreme Court decisions. There's a bit of mention of presidential decisions, the choosing of speakers, election crucial decisions, and we look at all this and treat them in some detail. And then at the end of the day, we sort of put out the editorial stories where we casting verdict on things that have happened, where in that story, incidentally, because I'm here, there's a portion of the editorial story on Joy FM. Joy FM as a significant impetus to the democracy at the time it was set up. So all of those editorial stories are there. We talk about great politicians and we talk about great Supreme Court decisions, etc.
Interesting. And I look at story one, for instance, at democracy's baby steps, and you're talking about, the preparation towards the 1992 elections, the Buzia Dankwa Club, and how, BJ Darocha, the likes of Professor Edubani. Tell us a bit about that before we get into some of the things that may have shaped the, Fourth Republic, for instance, post-2007.
Well, the baby steps is quite interesting because by the time that the Consultative Assembly had started meeting and drafting the constitution and all that, it was obvious that Ghana was going to turn back to constitutional rule. So the NPP group, were coming from this division of 1979. That's how they had formed themselves. So there was clearly an identification, a separation between Paoli's people and Victor Usu's people. By this time, Paoli had passed and maybe made it better, but Victor Usu was still alive. He was unwell in London and sort of directing affairs here and there. It was, I guess that it was also resolved in one way or the other, that the Paoli people felt that they were in the wrong. By the time 1992 came, 10 years, 12 years over the division, it appears they sort of accepted it. So you will find the Darochas marolled in and trying to put this party together, and then they put the Dankwa Buzia Club. The decision then was made that because Professor Edubani had been the most popular among the group in terms of the speeches that he had given as a university professor. He had been very critical of the revolution, and he had been targeted by Rawlings, and all of these things made Eduboahin's candidature sort of attractive to the group. But Eduboahin was UNC, and it would appear that created a bit of tension within the context. But that's how the NPP formed themselves together, and then they set out the 1992 election. The NDC set out the NDC party through especially Mrs. Rawlings and her group of friends, PV Obeng, Obed Asamoah was there, all of them. And the PNDC also had within themselves Nkrumahist and Dankwa Buziaist, and that was also going to create a bit of a problem. What kind of party were they going to form, and how was it going to work? So you will see that in the formation of the NDC, for a long time, up until I believe Kobneje, they had reserved the chairmanship of the NDC to people from the UP tradition who were in the NDC, and they were very powerful UP tradition people in the NDC. Justice D.F. Annan was one of those who came from the UP tradition, and they held close to their UP traditional principles, except that they are not members of the NPP. They were members of the NDC. So the NDC appeared to have reserved the chairmanship for UP guys. So Isifu Ali and we've been up to Obed Asamoah and A.A. Munufie. All of these were UP, very, very solid UP people. So they also formed like that sorts, and then MPP formed like that, and then NDC went on to win the election.
How about the CPP? Yes, you've talked about the UP elements within the NDC, but of course they also took some members of the CPP.
Yes, they did. So you have Johnny Hansen and the other people there. They were the CPP side of the NDC, but because the decision-making point appeared to be hanging around the UP people, the UP elements and idiosyncrasies, I think, seeped through the leadership of the NDC, not the base, the real leadership. Because you had that Justice D.F. Annan in there, he was making a lot of the important decisions. Harry Sawyer, whom you will call friendly to the UP tradition, he was important in that analysis. And then the party chairman will be A. Munufie or Isifu Ali. And then there's PV Obeng, who was very instrumental right in the middle. So you will see the NDC and J.J. Rawlings himself, who was thought to be more UP than CPP. So you'll see the NDC shaping up like a UP party at the beginning. And sometimes you've heard journalists, I think Kwesi Pratt and co have said it, that the NDC and the MPP are the same if you look at the way they operate. And that's because at the leadership level, the NDC itself had a great UP slant to it.
Let me take you to story 4. You talk about the Fanti Confederacy edging out Spio Gabra from JJ's cabinet. We knew that in the first term of Jerry John Rawlings, when Spio Gabra was supposed to be made a minister, he was not a registered voter. Why do you say the Fanti Confederacy edged him out?
The story of Spio Gabra and the Fanti Confederacy travels throughout the book, not just the story 4. It comes all the way up to the Timbi article, and all the way up to John Mahama's candidature in 2020. But this is what it is. By 1992, the NDC, as I said, has shaped up in the way in terms of the old political class, shaped up as UP and CPP. Then there was also another group in the NDC. So you are UP, you are CPP, but there's also the PNDC CADA group. This is the group that comes out of the CADA processes, the group that is led by Guzitano, the group that was begun by Akatapori and all of those people. There's very, very core people who are nearly communist of sorts, if I could say so. They are really, really left wing. They are part of the PNDC, the core like that. So everyone appeared to be protecting their territory, and up at the level, the elite level, the UP is there, the CPP is there, and they are sort of protecting themselves. Spio Gabra appears to come from outside all of these 3 groups. He is coming at a time when we're beginning a constitutional rule, and so many of the people working in Ghana at the top level of the politics are not accustomed to the ethos of constitutional rule. This is a military government that's been running for 10 years. Spio Gabra is coming from international global corporate. Seems very, very appropriate to come and join a group like that, to begin something like that. JJ falls in love with him as a result of his eloquence, his sharpness, and all of that. He's an immediate threat to the establishment within the NDC party, and I think he doesn't realize it. So They push him to the vetting. They know that he's not a registered voter. They organize a question to be asked whether he was a registered voter. The question was asked by the independent candidate, Madame Hawa Yakubu. She became instantly famous for that. Spielgabra was disqualified, and Rawlings was unhappy with Spielgabra's disqualification. Still wanted to maintain Spielgabra somehow in the government, and I think he took a very, very good decision to send Ambassador Spielgabra to Washington D.C. at the time that they needed somebody in Washington D.C. to be talking to the international community about Ghana's new democracy, how Ghana was shaping up as a democracy. Spielgabra was really the perfect person to do that, with a background from the African Development Bank and having studied in America. So that's an interesting story. I think I really like that story as well, as we recall it in the book.
And I'm sure one that many people will be interested in is Kufuor's unseeming willingness to choose Peter Alajete, delays the speaker's selection.
That's another very interesting one, and that story is a story I covered driving from place to place and observing it. At that time, I was a reporter for Joy FM on that day. So the Peter Alajete, within the context of the MPP, had come from the UNC of William Oforiatta. Ajete had been a successful lawyer and had started his life at Attorney General's Department, etc. J. Kufuor, also a lawyer, had come from the PFP side of the 1979 division, Victor Owusu side. So naturally, there probably was some tension between them as a result of this division, which they managed within the MPP quite well, but there probably was some little bit of tension. But then it came to an apogee when Peter Ajete, as chairman of the party, and J. Kufuor as presidential candidates of the 1996 election fell out so badly that Ajete took out a writ and sued J. Kufuor for a loan that Kufuor purportedly took during the campaign of 1996 to buy some stuff for the campaign. So by the time the election of 2000 came, I think the relationship between the two men had largely deteriorated. When the victory was won, J.H. Mensah, who had a lot of influence on Kufuor at the time, was sure that Ajete should be the Speaker of the Parliament. We're transitioning from Justice D.F. Annan, and you know that there had been a sort of myth in Ghana that the speakers must be Ghans. And I have followed up on that myth and told certain politician friends of mine that it appears that even within the Fourth Republic, when you choose a non-Ghan speaker, you lose the next election. So the first speaker was Quist, who was the Nkrumah speaker, and then he was changed to a non-Ghan Oforiatta, and then Nkrumah's coup occurred. But the second speaker, you had Niama Oleinu, who was Buzia's speaker. The third speaker was Mr. Griffiths Randolph, incidentally, the First Lady's father, the current First Lady. And then the fourth speaker was Justice D.F. and this is all a Ghan list. So the argument was made that the speakership is for the Ghan people, so let's leave it for the Ghan people. Then if you were talking within the context of MPP and Ghan people at that time, the senior most was Ajete. So this is how the argument was placed. But you could tell that John Kufuor was quite unwilling to agree on Ajete's name. John Kufuor is now a leader of the party. He's president-elect. He's been elected president by the whole people, and so he's leading the party. His opinion is important. Back and forth on that Sunday, was a Sunday when the Speaker of Parliament was supposed to be announced. Back and forth on that Sunday, I was at the venue at the Parliament House. My colleague Komla Dumo was here at Joy FM. We had reporters all over. It was such that Komla had to move from Joy FM and come to Parliament because he kept asking me, are they not starting? I said, no. He said, but what is happening? I said, well, Kufuor has not resolved this Ajete issue. Then we'll play music, and then Komla said, look, I'm coming there. So he drove there. So I have a photograph with him standing in Parliament on that day. Joyce IU was next to us. And so he came there, and then we were both on the phone. Then he said, okay, you go to Kufuor's house. I drove to Kufuor's house. People were there. A whole lot of people putting pressure on him. Nana Akufo-Addo and co climbing upstairs and coming downstairs. And the name, the satisfaction was still not coming from Kufuor. Then I drove to Peter Ajete's house at East Cantonment. Ajete was dressed in a suit. He was there waiting. The simple issue was, I think Kufuor wanted Ajete to call to ask for it. Something like that. And
did he not ask for it?
Ajete was unwilling to do that.
I thought he asked for it.
Not quite to
because he had lobbied everybody at the time, and it was obvious that he was the only person to be made speaker.
That's the point. But it looked like Kufuor wanted a personal direct call from Ajete to ask for it, and Ajete was unwilling to do that. And that's where the issue was. Back and forth. J.H. Mensah is a big man in Parliament. He's heavily for this decision. Somehow, at some point, we get a signal that the police motorcade in Ajete's house has moved. So we are chasing the story, and then we hear that yes, Peter Adjei has moved from his house, and then he drove and got into Parliament. The people who were in Kufuor's house were yet to leave. The Nana Akufo-Addo and co, who were doing the lobbying work, were still not back in the chamber. So I was still worried and telling Joy FM that I don't think it's resolved, because those who left to go and lobby have still not come back. But Adjei has arrived here. He's here already. Eventually he came, he was sworn in as speaker. And the story is justified, because you will see that in the next term, Kufuor dropped him and had another speaker.
Where can we get this book?
This book currently is at a Vidya bookshop in Laboni, and all of Vidya's bookshops around, and then Metro TV. You can pick some as well. Eventually to be at the University of Ghana bookshop and the Kingdom bookshops.
And I hope it's affordable.
Oh, it is indeed. Yes, it is very affordable. And for students, it will be half price with students' ID card.
Students with ID card?
Yes.
Will be half price.
Half price.
What's the price?
We're selling at 400 cedis, so for students, it will be 200 cedis.
Okay, that's affordable. Paul, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Paul Admotri, who is author of 77 Stories That Defined Ghana's Fourth Republic. This is the Super Morning Show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Wednesday, welcome to Vital Signs by Sonotech Medical Center. I'm Dr. Grace Bachman. Today, let's break down the key tests you need for your annual medical exam, because good health starts with the right checks. But don't forget, every individual's health needs are different. First is the blood pressure and cholesterol test. These two are critical for detecting heart diseases and stroke risk early. Don't skip them. Next, a blood sugar test, essential for detecting or managing diabetes. This is a must. For women, include a pap smear and breast exam, while men should check their prostate early. Early detection saves lives. Add a kidney test and liver function test to the list. They silently work hard for you, and a simple test keeps them in check. And finally, a general physical exam. Your doctor would assess your overall well-being and suggest any additional tests based on your age and health history. Reach out to Sonotech on 0308 040 036. Find Sonotech in the West Hills Mall, Oxford Street Mall, and Tema Community 9. It's bye for now.
Auntie and her replica. Long time. How may I help you?
Auntie Ama, our course has gained admission to the university, but the money to pay for her fees is my headache now. Where am I going to get 2,500 cedis in this Ghana? Where?
Yes, stop that. You don't have to stress about the fees. Say, keep your cloth. John Mahama and the NDC say, when we come to power, all first-year students in all public universities, technical universities, college of education, and nursing training will pay no academic fees. The first year is free.
Hey! This is the best news I've heard this year. Wow!
Listen, that is not all. Listen! JDM says continuing students can apply and access a student loan plus, which is higher than the normal student loan, to support the payment of their fees. So when a course goes to second year, she will have access to the student loan plus to continue her education.
Wow! God bless you, JDM.
What is so heartwarming is a free tertiary education for our brothers and sisters who are physically challenged.
JDM, God bless the stomach that gave birth to you.
Vote for change. Vote for John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
All right.
No. Fellow Ghanaians, elections are here again, and your actions and opinions really matter in this period. Yes, you have the freedom of expression. You are at liberty to express your opinion, but you also have to be careful with what you say or do, or what you post on social media before, during, and after these elections. Don't use derogatory remarks or words against any of the candidates, especially women or people with disabilities. Yes, no name calling and no insults. Let's all say no to gender-based violence in politics. Let's say no to any form of abuse against women in this year's election. Together, let's all support our women, our youth, and people with disabilities, and help promote their active participation in local governance and decision making. Remember, your words and actions matter, and they can make a difference. Use them while say no to gender-based violence. This message was supported by FCM, ASEPA, and Parliamentary Center. No. Let's say no to violence. No. Let's say no to violence.
Caro, I said arrange the lace and the actual cake. Kilo day. Ghana number. Hello, Oga Kwame.
Hey, Madam Kemi, how is Lagos?
Everything is fine.
I've received the fabrics and the colors are really nice. Look, I am going to send you your money. Na.
Same driver, same station, Abi?
No, I'm using my bank, GCB, to transfer the money.
Bank transfer, okay? The rate will be high, yo.
Oh, not at all. GCB Bank will transfer in cedis and you will receive it in naira.
I don't see Amo. This is your GCB now, Baba.
Transferring money across Africa is now cheaper, faster, and safer at GCB Bank with PAPS. Available in Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Liberia, and lots more. Call toll-free 0800-422-422 or visit any GCB branch for more information. GCB, your bank for life.
Hey, Mapadi, so you still haven't gotten any job in the last 6 years?
Bro, I'm even getting depressed, Charlie. If you don't have any money to get trained in any skill, Charlie, you can't survive in this economy. Even those with big degrees are sitting at home.
There's good news coming. Have you heard of the National Apprenticeship Program?
National Apprenticeship Program?
Yes, John Mahama and the NDC will be launching a National Apprenticeship Program in 2025 to offer free technical and vocational training to all persons desirous of learning a craft.
Did you say free?
Yes, free technical and vocational training in carpentry, ceramics, welding, tiling, hairdressing, vulcanizers, fashion designing, electricals, POP, catering, and many others for young people who sign on to the program. People who complete the training will also be issued a certificate and provided with a startup capital and equipment to establish their own businesses.
You don't mean it.
You shock, eh? The National Apprenticeship Program is the hope of every unemployed Ghanaian.
Charlie, then we need to kick out these liars and nation wreckers and bring back JM. Cause Sankofa Yenchi.
Vote for change. Vote for John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
one says. You're welcome back. It's the Super Morning Show on Joy. And of course, I hope you're sending your messages through to 055 111 1997. We'll share them with the world, all right? And of course, we've got lots to talk about. In a moment, we're going to get into some education about your rights in the upcoming election. Samson Ladianyenini, lawyer and host of Newsfile, will be joining us for that. Can't wait. But first, are you a graduate? Maybe you come out of university or polytechnic or, college of education, nursing, and you want to study further in, a country like Australia, Canada, UK, US, Ireland, New Zealand, any of these great countries that have a good reputation for teaching and research. If that's your dream, you could even work part-time to support your studies and get up to 4 years post-study work visa when you complete successfully. And you could start in January, just a month away. All you have to do is contact ASTO Links for information about admission, scholarships, and how you can secure your study visa. ASTO Links is at number 4A Pawpaw Street in East Legon. I know Pawpaw Street very well. Some great businesses there. I'll take you to one of them very soon, Raymond.
I am not interested.
Oh, it's a spa. They'll give you a foot massage.
Not at all.
You don't like foot massage?
I don't indulge in the things of capitalism.
Hey, the duro. All right, well, you can call them on 0265 341 070. Mama V, foot massage. And now you are also a communist.
I'm in.
All right, go visit astolinks.net to find out more. Astolinks, pathway for success.
And snack time just got a whole lot better with Munchie Milk Shortcake. With its unique blend of milky richness and carefully selected ingredient, Munchie Milk Shortcake is crafted to delight your taste buds. If you are for pure satisfaction and authentic taste of original richness, grab a pack of CBL Munchie Milk Shortcake, Ghana's favorite biscuit, and indulge in the milky goodness today.
Now, exciting news, Dansoman. Electoral Ghana is thrilled to announce that the grand opening of the new Electoral Ghana GH flagship showroom right here in Dansoman. Yes. Visit the new Electoral showroom at the Dansoman main roundabout for an unforgettable shopping experience. This is filled with the latest in electronics and home appliances from Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO. From cutting-edge TVs to must-have gadgets, we have everything you need to elevate your lifestyle and enjoy triple discounts, offers, and freebies in our fantabulous Achadie Kessie Christmas promotion. Electroland, home of best electronics brands and other things that you should be interested in, like Samsung, TCL, Media, and NASCO.
All right, let's get into it. And today our conversation is really about education on voters' rights and what are, electoral offenses. Okay, and it's important we get a full understanding of this as we go into this very important election, so we know what we can and cannot do. Samson Ladianyenini is lawyer and host of Newsfile. He joins us now. Samson, good morning.
Morning to you.
All right, now this conversation really started yesterday with a very interesting debate about, what constitutes an offense or a crime regarding, secret ballots. Now that debate went on for a while, but I think today we can evolve it a bit further and start looking at this idea of voting for a dead person. Would you mind if we start from there?
That's all right.
Okay.
Except I don't think there's a debate about what was raised yesterday. I heard you read a message from Martin about what Professor Kwekwaza had to say. And Professor Kwekwaza admits that there is no law prohibiting anybody from deciding to waive their right of secret voting and voluntarily declaring who they have voted for. He only suggests that since he has seen that in these laws there is no prohibition, the EC can make, and that those are the words he says, the EC can make rules against that. And if those rules are, as it were, violated, then those who violate those rules will be punished. As it is now, I haven't seen any of those rules. And if there are any rules, the rules must be rules that have been properly approved by Parliament. Otherwise, they do not have the force of criminal sanction. So we can take it from there. Well, what you're talking about has to do with personation. I suppose that's what you are referring to. And the same law, the Representation of the People Act, in section 32, says that a person commits the offense of personation if he votes as another person, whether that other person is living or dead, or is a fictitious person, or votes for a person whom he knows or has reasonable grounds to believe to be dead or to be a fictitious person. Does that answer your question?
Well, yes, except that, the question is raised about protest voting. This is, the idea that a person has a right to protest, and if they wish to protest by, as it were, spoiling their vote, why would that be unlawful?
Oh, you are not talking about someone voting in the name of somebody who is dead.
Yes, I'm saying that if someone decided to spoil their vote by voting for someone who is dead, knowing that the person is dead.
Okay, voting for a candidate who is dead.
Correct.
Right. A candidate who is dead ought not be on the ballot. But if that candidate finds themselves on the ballot, the EC says, if you vote for that candidate, that vote will be counted as rejected. I think that resolves that issue.
Except that it also says in the law that we quoted earlier that would be an offense. Let me see if I can find the law.
No, so you must show the first point. A dead person ought not be on the ballot. If a dead person finds themselves on the ballot, it is not the making of the voter. In the circumstance we find ourselves, there was sufficient time, but because of the issues of finance, prudence, the decision was taken that they don't have to print fresh ballots. So Ekiadonko remains on the ballot paper. That's not the voter's fault. There were suggestions that image on the voters on the ballot will be marked crossed out to give an indication that you don't vote for them. You don't vote for her. If somebody goes into the polling booth and votes for her, whether she's been crossed out or not, you cannot prosecute them.
Right. Well, this is Section 32 of the Representation of People's Act 1982, PNDC Law 284. It says that a person commits a crime if they pretend to be someone else to vote, which you've dealt with, whether the person is alive, dead, or imaginary. You've dealt with that. And then it says they also commit an offense if they vote for someone they know or reasonably believe is dead or does not exist.
It is not about the candidate. It is about a person you are impersonating.
Right. So when they say vote for someone, they mean vote in place of someone.
That's correct.
Right.
That's sensible.
That actually clarifies it a lot. It now makes a bit. It's now a lot less controversial.
Not at all controversial.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for that education.
Well, unless you have actually find someone has a different reading and tells you that it is not what it is on the face.
Right.
But some of the readings that seem to misinterpret the law can be very disturbing. So, Kojo, you see, something may be wrong, and we may all accept that the thing is wrong. But in law, in criminal law, unless that thing has been proscribed, it is not a crime. Unless it has been proscribed, it is not a crime. Article 19 is very clear that nothing is a crime unless that thing has been prescribed by a written law, and the sanction or the penalty for that offense has also been prescribed in that law. So let's be clear about it. For example, on the eve of the elections, there's no campaigning, right?
Correct.
Okay. Can you point me to a law that says there's no campaigning? There's none. Okay? It is just that we feel it is good, so people have done it. I will wish that you don't go to the voting booth and take your vote and show anybody. But my wish that something is wrong, is not good, is not healthy because of our circumstance, doesn't turn it into a crime.
Interesting. We're talking to Samson Ladi Anyenini, lawyer, host of Newsfile. We're exploring some of the the interesting points of education when it comes to your rights as a voter. Now, another incident that sparked some controversy on Monday, this idea of treating or vote buying, which emerged particularly in Ayawaso West Wogon, where, food was offered to some people waiting to vote. Now, I know that not only here in Ghana, but in other jurisdictions, including the United Kingdom, sometimes parliamentary aspirants will organize transportation for those heading to the ballot box, particularly the elderly, the infirm, those with disabilities. They will provide transportation for them to go and vote. Now, under our laws, would that be considered treating?
The problem is not about the law. The problem is about where we go and pick laws from other countries and we don't innovate around them to meet our circumstance. This law is applicable elsewhere because their conditions, allow for it to be obeyed. Here, this law is observed in breach. You and I know that's what is going on. Because, for example, what happened with Lydia Al-Hassan, and I said yesterday, he ought to have been arrested. But he's not. Well, I know that if it was John Domelo who had done it, he would have been arrested. Okay? That's the arbitrary nature and the selective nature in which we do our laws here. So, the law says, and it's plain English, very simple. It says a person commits the offense of treating if he corruptly, either himself or through another person, before, during or after an election, gives or provides or pays wholly or in part the expenses of giving or providing meat, drink, entertainment, or provision, all for any person. Now, it has to be done with a purpose. So it begins by saying, if you do it corruptly, either by yourself or through some other person, so directly or indirectly, before the elections, during the election, or after the election, if you are giving money, you are paying for someone's food or drink or meat, either you are paying in full or you are paying in part, you are committing the offense of treating, and the purpose for which you are doing that must be, and it says, for the purpose of corruptly influencing that person or another person to vote or refrain from voting, or on account of that person or another person having voted or refrained from voting, or being about to vote or refrain from voting, or if he corruptly accepts or takes any meat. So the first one has to do with the giving. So the giver is caught. And the second part has to do with the taker. It says, if you corruptly accept or you take any meat, drink, entertainment, or provision offered in the circumstances and for the purposes mentioned above, then you are caught by the law.
Right.
So we know that when they bust these people, they don't bust them and with the hope that they are going to vote for someone else. And when they bust them, they actually pay them extra money. When they give them food, like happened in the primary, we saw the food, they give it together with an envelope. Okay? This is crime being committed in broad daylight. But yesterday, as I mentioned again, Section 42 of this law actually renders this law impotent, particularly when the offense is committed by persons whose party is in government. Because you require the law says the written consent of the Attorney General to be able to prosecute the offenses under this law. And the police will not be able to prosecute because the Attorney General will not give the consent for you to prosecute, the party people. That's why I say our best bet is the Office of Special Prosecutor. They can prosecute these offenses under the color of corruption, and they do not need Attorney General's fiat or consent.
Right. So, which explains why there's already been a petition by John Dumelo to that effect regarding the Ayawaso situation. Raymond,
Samson, help me understand this, because these are some scenarios that crop up every time during our elections. I want you to be able to tell me whether these are lawful or unlawful according to the statutes you have in the Republic. If I show up with others to a polling station, there's the presumption that voting is supposed to run smoothly, and put up unnecessary interference with the hope that the strongholds of my opponent, there will not be smooth running of the elections and the numbers will reduce. Is that unlawful?
That is clearly unlawful, clearly prohibited by the black letter law, and there's no way of escape if you do anything like that. So if you read, for example, Section 36 of this same provision, it talks about interference with electioneering activities of other persons. A person who before or during an election for the purpose of effecting or preventing the return of a candidate, either directly or indirectly, by words. The people who made this law, we went and copied, they understood what they were doing, by words, just words alone. Whether spoken or written, song or sign, or any other representation, or in any manner whatsoever, seeks to excite or promote disharmony, enmity, or hatred against another person, group, or person, or political party on grounds of religion, tribal, professional, regional, or political affiliation. Then you read further. All the others are there. It speaks about if you attempt to obstruct or interfere, or you attempt to obstruct or interfere with the free exercise of the franchise of a voter, or you compel or you induce. Raymond, so you see, they use the word carefully. They mean every word. So people who do things like that, they ought to be arrested. And it's very simple for the police to charge them. Very, very easy. The police will simply say, on so and so dates, within the jurisdiction of the particular court, you, Raymond Aqua, you acted in contrary to Section 36 of the Representation of the People Act, blah, blah, blah. Then they will give the facts that you did this, you came with macho people, or for as long as they can discern that you are the one who sent those people to do the thing. So you don't have to have done it directly, but once indirectly, we can trace to the fact that it's a party organizer or party official or an MP or an MP's officer who have instigated the obstruction or the interference of the process. You are in trouble. And there's a host of these sort of crimes that have been outlined in the provision there and even before that particular provision.
Brilliant.
So that, for example, if you look at the provision about secrecy of vote, the requirement is on the it names the people who are involved, who must ensure that the vote is secret. If anybody now tries to prevent your ability to vote in secret, then they are doing the wrong. So you see that it even talks about interference there or as well. So it says every election officer, clerk, interpreter, candidate, election agent, polling agent on duty at a polling station, they are supposed to maintain order and help in maintaining the secrecy of voting and do a number of things. If anybody goes there, as you say, and attempt to do otherwise or prevent them from doing what they have to do, then you are interfering with the process and you'll be charged accordingly.
Now, there is also the issue that I want to raise with you. We know that those who are not fiscally able or fiscally sound enjoy some privileges. If a fiscally sound person enjoys similar privileges at a polling station, is that person equally offending any law in the Republic of Ghana?
Yes, you are. And the law says that those people need help, and you, if the fiscally challenged person, so the presiding officers, they are supposed to have assistants, and these presiding officers, among their job on the polling day, or the assistants under the direction of the presiding officer, are supposed to be assisting persons with disability, among others. Persons who come to the polling station without a voter ID card, for example. If you read the 2020 TI for the purposes of these processes, it is very clear on it that they are supposed to give this kind of assistance. And so anyone who attempts to prevent or interfere with that also commits an offense.
Now, I am worried about the conduct of an election official. If they deliberately do wrong recording, they know truly well Kojo Hansen got 400 votes, but in order to make sure Kojo Hansen loses in that particular police station, they record 250. If that is established, is the person also committing an offense?
Absolutely. And these are very plainly stated in the law. I have to apologize. I've just got to the Court of Appeal premises. I'm entering now for a meter. I'm sorry.
Okay, right. Apologies there, but we do have to cut short that conversation with Samson Ladianyenini, who is a lawyer and the host of Newsfile. He's given us quite a lot of clarity, though, on a number of issues regarding the laws, on elections, particularly what your rights are. I had hoped that we'd have the chance to ask him about the role of the military in elections and whether the law says anything specific about that, because it seems at the moment that we're kind of making arrangements that seem to be based on a certain convention, right? But what does the law actually say when it comes to the role of the military and its involvement in elections? Can they beat the hell out of you or not? Anyway, we'll take some messages. When we come back, we'll hear from you and all of the messages and the tweets and posts that you've been making on these matters. Stay with us.
Yeah.
to study abroad? I present to you Astolinks International. They give professional advice on study visas to the USA, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, and other European nations. They also advise on visa applications, general travel, and other immigration services. Call them on 0537 152 118 or visit them at 4A Pawpaw Street in East Legon. For more information, check out astolinks.net. Astolinks, pathway for success.
Daddy, I feel I'm in Della
Papa, you can't survive a day without me. Oh, don't worry, it is on fire.
What's the problem?
I've run out of gas, and today I don't have money. I have only 40 cedis on me.
Oh, ma. Who said you need a lot of money to buy gas? You can refill any amount per your pocket. Even sell 20 cedis.
Are you sure?
Ma, it's true.
Okay, hurry up. Go and fill 40 cedis for me right now.
Oh, ma.
My friend, go and fill it before the network in my okra cuts.
Oh, yes. Protect indigenous Ghanaian businesses, save over 10,000 local Ghanaian jobs, and salvage more than $400 million local investments by refilling your gas cylinders at your nearest gas station nationwide. LPG Refilling, your affordable, pocket-friendly, and transparent choice.
We know we shall win, and we know we'll survive, yeah. Shall wash away all tears. Oh yeah, number one, yeah.
Ojam, did you know the NDC once promised a one-time premium for NHIS?
Yeah, but when they won the elections, they could not implement it and almost collapsed the NHIS. Today, this same man is promising Mahama care and free primary health care.
They think we are kids in this country. We don't have short memories, like Mahama said. Remember the capitation pilot in Ashanti? You were stuck with one health facility, no matter what.
That was so limiting. But look at us now under the MPP. There's real change.
The MPP expanded NHIS coverage to include serious conditions like childhood cancer, sickle cell disease, and kidney dialysis for children under 18 years and all people from 60 years and above. Today, with just a short code, you can renew your insurance.
Truly, the MPP has restored our hope in the health system. See, the Agenda 111 and other new hospitals are springing up everywhere.
So, this election, let's vote for continuity. Let's vote to protect our health care. We will not fall for fake promises again.
Me back when you dream of it and until when you first go. Said you only go be an impossible. And once on a joe, we back when you. See people will be a bunny that tell you. We will be a bunny over your first go. Near me new brilliant, yeah. I do it on one film, so I know, say me did that, yeah. Did it, my sister, so come,
all is well with the world.
The legend himself.
That's
Certainly.
right. You're welcome back. It's
Best
9:13.
Ghana has to offer when it comes to music.
Brilliant. Well, you have dispute. Who is the alternative?
Of course, I mean, of course, that is, debatable between him and AY Puyoyo. All right, it's 9:13.
Hold on. Who's
Yes.
the guy who works with Google.
You can Google him. Yes.
Let's not.
Should I repeat to you what the venerable immediate past president of the Ghana Bar Association said?
As in Daddy Lumba and
Real Madrid and other people.
Real Madrid and Hasselhoff.
Yes. Lumba is Real Madrid. The rest,
all other musicians.
Hasselhoff.
So if people don't like AY Puyoyo.
No, this is reminding Mamavi of what
he's the go-to
lawyer Yabuafo said.
True, former president Ghana Bar Association.
Yes, Mamavi.
Yes, AY Puyoyo is the go-to.
Mamavi, do you have any point to make? Or forever hold your peace.
Are you making the point as Hasselhoff supporter?
There are certain things that you don't debate.
Okay. She's just tired of the whole thing.
Anyway,
it's 9:14 on the Super Morning Show, and of course we all love Lumba. We've got lots to talk about, though. We'll be reading some of your messages. We'll be sharing our thoughts and views as well on this issue of your rights as a voter. Some clear elucidation delivered by Samson. We appreciate him for that. Now, MTN Yellow Biz is a robust suite of business solutions designed to drive operational excellence and business growth, tailored for a small or medium-sized enterprise, SOHOs, and large enterprises. This is an all-in-one package which delivers essential tools and platforms to enhance visibility, to ensure business continuity, and to propel growth. So you get a 4G plus router with 10 gig of free data. You get Microsoft 365, which is all genuine Microsoft tools. You get WebWiz, which is a customized business website, and of course Unicom Service, which is a unified and intelligent business communication solution. So with MTN Yellow Biz, businesses gain access to advanced productivity tools, a powerful online presence, and superior customer experiences. The solution features reliable high-speed 4G plus internet, empowering organizations to operate with greater efficiency and competitiveness. By leveraging these resources, businesses can optimize their operations, stay ahead in the markets, and achieve sustained success. You want MTN Yellow Biz? Call 100 or 0244 308 111 or email mtnbusiness.gh@mtn.com, or just go to the website mtn.com.gh/business or any MTN office near you.
Logie Entertainment and Ratri Park presents the maiden edition of Event of the Year 2024. The music concert event of the year will witness the legendary Daddy Lumba, Black Sheriff, Kofi Kinata, Fameye, Ken Paluta, Wendy Shea, and many more, performing live on the 25th of December 2024 at Ratri Park in Kumasi. Showtime is 7 p.m. For advance tickets and tables, call 050-6677-742 or 0244-602-800. You can come to the front desk of Dome FM or pick up your phone and dial star 714 star 003 star 4 hash. This event is supported by Musically Yours and Logie Travel and Tours, media partners, all multimedia platforms.
Now, did you know there are the 41 LPG companies and the 800 stations across the country are 100% built and operated by indigenous Ghanaians, as in made in Ghana, born, bred, trained in Ghana Ghanaians?
Of course.
When you refill your cylinder with us, you support the growth of indigenous businesses, and they actually are creating more jobs, and you are helping them create more jobs. Currently, they have a staff strength of about 10,000 Ghanaians. Mama V's family members, cousins, aunties, they are all working in this sector. But that's not the only reason for you to choose the LPG Marketing Companies Association of Ghana's system. Their distribution system offers unbeatable value, allowing you to buy any amount of the product in whichever quantities you need, making it incredibly pocket friendly. That's what everybody calls the TOT system. So if you have 20, take Ghana. If it's not going well, you have used all your money for campaign, can only buy 50 Ghana, you can still buy their amount. Brilliant. Are you worried about being cheated with them? No doubting Thomas. What you need to do is see the evidence for yourself. They have scales there. You go put it on the scale, you see what's the weight of your what they call it, cylinder. You go and fill it. You come back and check again and see whether they've given the exact amount of or volume of the LPG that you really asked for, and the corresponding price is what you're paying. That's trust and transparency guaranteed. You need to switch to LPG for your car, especially if you drive a taxi. It's more environmentally friendly, helping protect our precious ecosystem. And you have to go green because we are in the green economy system with LPG and make a difference. Remember, when the last tree dies, the last man dies. Refill your LPG cylinder today at your nearest gas station and help save our forest and environment. Let's protect Ghana for this generation and the next one. LPG Marketing Companies Association of Ghana is your affordable, pocket-friendly, trustworthy, and eco-friendly choice.
So, mums, it's finally here. The news we've all been waiting for. Your favorite Cerelac now comes in a new variant with the combined goodness of wheat and maize grains, fortified with iron, vitamins, and minerals. And guess what? This new Cerelac wheat and maize comes at an affordable price of only 2 Ghana cedis per sachet. To prepare this new Cerelac wheat and maize, just add milk. In fact, Cerelac we need here and milk. Cerelac, care for them, count on us. This is FDA approved.
All right, so don't forget to stop by Kingdom to enjoy the end of year furniture promotional sales. Okay, it's on until the 31st of December. You can get up to 15% off, and it's in all their stores. Okay, so if you go to Tema, they are near Community 4, at the head office at Akweje, you'll get it, in Takrady at Market Circle, in Cape Coast at the University Bookshop, on Spintex Road near Absa, at Atomic at the Centerpoint Mall, in Winneba at University Campus, and at KNUST as well as Santasi. You can also shop online at kingdomstoreonline.com. Hurry while stock lasts. You want to know more? Call 050-162-0810 or email info@kingdomgh.com. Kingdom Books and Stationery, where quality and affordability are assured. Terms and conditions apply.
Reward yourself with a prime investment. Choose from a luxurious 1-bedroom unit or a spacious investment studio at Eminence Court. It's a premier development by Nestor's Homes, located in the heart of Tema Community 26, just behind Palace Mall. This eco-friendly community offers exceptional rental yields and strong capital appreciation. Experience the epitome of luxury living and smart investing at Eminence Court. Key features of Eminence Courts, that will be the off-plan price starting from $35,000, fully furnished, delivery in 3 months, prime location, and sure rentals from Airbnb. Don't miss this opportunity to create a lasting legacy. Contact Nestor's Homes by calling 053-101-4440 or 053-101-4447, or visit their website nestors.com.gh or follow them on social media at nestorsgh for more information.
Now, Christmas upon us again, and we are indeed very grateful to God for seeing us through yet another year with joy, love, and thanksgiving. Your radio for discerning listeners, Joy 99.7 FM, and all the Joy brands, Joy News, Joy Prime, and Hits FM. I invite you to join us as we ignite the true spirit of Christmas at the Joy FM Festival of 9 Lessons and Carols on the 15th of December 2024, 6 p.m. sharp at the Labadi Beach Hotel. We will be hosted to angelic performances by Grace Choral International, Joe Metal, and Perez Music. Our lessons and carols will be interspersed with fun Christmas pop quizzes, which will see a lot of our audience go home with very beautiful Christmas packages. There will be lots of other surprises on the day Mama V is performing. Attendance is free and open to everyone. However, you need to reserve a seat. So simply send invite and add the hashtag Joy 9 Lessons to 055-1111-997 or call 0302-216-540 to reserve a seat. Joy FM Festival of 9 Lessons and Carols, celebrating the joy of Christmas.
You say Mama V will be performing?
Yes.
Mama V, are you performing?
No, I am not.
Ever medley. Christmas version. Yeah.
I'll be singing with Joe Metal.
Oh, okay. You've been doing a lot of rehearsals?
Yes. He's been doing it in secret.
I'll be backing Joe.
Except that people are not sure whether it's the real voice he's using or something else. You know.
Oh.
Mama's radio voice is powerful, beautiful, and everything. But the singing voice,
Have you heard me sing before?
Oh yes, the people have evidence of it.
Put him to shame.
I'll be on stage with Joe Metal, worshipping.
You can't be hiding at anybody. Do your own. We want the medley.
You can give it a try now.
Yeah.
Oh, I said now. I'm not in the spirit.
Hey!
What spirit?
I said I'll be performing with Joe Metal.
No, we want you to. You know, like people say the truth and shame the devil.
Yes.
You are not in that position.
I can't just sing like that. I have to be led.
Minister Usabwaji.
Yes, I told you that the voice. There are differences. Mama be singing voice.
How are you going to be led?
It starts with prayer.
Well, on that note, if you're thinking of treating yourself to something special, maybe you want to be led also, planning a quick getaway or maybe surprising someone you love, whatever the moment, Stanbic Visa cards are here to help you say yes. Give us a call on 0302-815-789 or find us on social media at Stanbic Bank GH or visit stanbicbank.com.gh. Stanbic Visa cards, making Black Friday deals and holiday magic even better.
All right then. Okay, so loads of your messages have been coming through. We'll share a bunch of them in a minute. But I thought it was fascinating, Samson raising the fact that this idea of no campaign on the day before election, well, there's actually no law that mandates that. Winston?
Well, because if you even look at, the PNDC law 284 that we read, it says you cannot do that 500 meters to the polling station. It did not say that you cannot do that at all. So on the day of election, you can actually go and get people to go and vote. You can actually go and try to convince people to vote for your political party.
Can you do it on social
but
media?
Not at the
but
polling
you
station.
cannot do it. You cannot do it
within 500
meters of the polling station.
How many meters is social media from the?
It is no meters from the polling station. It means you can do it.
Depends on your IP address at the time you're on social media. Goodness.
It means you can do it.
But as a convention, I realize that we tend not to, right? Here in Ghana, we tend not to do any campaigning on the last day. But except for on social media, I guess, because I don't think it ever stops on social media.
Yes.
You know, but it's fascinating. So a lot of these things we've just decided and agreed on, which kind of surprises me because we sometimes act as if as a nation we don't recognize anything as right or wrong unless it's in the constitution or unless it's in some act of parliament, right? But we can do things. We can just generally agree to do certain things.
Actually acceptable to us too.
Fascinating.
In a way, you disagree?
That what?
That we have conventions that are acceptable to us too.
I'm saying that I'm impressed that we are able to stick to conventions. Anyway, let's before we read a few of your messages, I think there are some outstanding birthdays, aren't there?
Yes, on the occasion of your 84th birthday, the Hagan brothers and sisters of Kaneshi Awudoma Estates, the children, the nephews, and the nieces and grandchildren, home and abroad, wish the twins, Mrs. Mary Ekuya Ata Kato and Mr. Anthony Kweku Ata Hagan, a blessed birthday. May the Lord continue to keep you and grant you good health in Jesus' name. Amen. And if I could quickly add, today is also the birthday of Ambassador Dr. William George Mensah Brownford.
Oh, okay.
Wake Brownford.
Big man.
Enjoy your birthday, sir.
And today is the birthday of Kwame Sow.
No, you're joking, really?
It is.
Wow.
The birthday of Joseph Kwame Soju.
The Joseph are interested.
Table 1 at Vilandro will cry this morning and afternoon and evening.
Please, are we going to wish him birthday this morning?
As in going to Vilandro?
In person, yes.
That's something we can do.
I don't see why not. It's almost mandatory, if you ask me.
It's almost mandatory.
There's nothing like almost mandatory.
All right, listen, let's read a few messages. This one says, Kojo, good morning. Photos of votes are being taken for proof to enable payments promised them. That's Nana on Spintex Road making that submission. Let's read a few more. This one says, good morning to everyone. Seriously, Ghanaians should forget about Baumia watering promises and focus on serious-minded person. Oh, okay, I think someone is just here to, campaign for his favored candidate. Let's read a few other messages instead. This one says, good morning, team SMS. Those days on UCC campus, James Kwabna Bomfe, aka Kabila, used to do the announcements. Oh yes, this is about the loans, right? Loan Abu. We did some. What was this? Ndobwa, right? Cash collection when we run out of our loan, and we went for a night out at Singapore. Nostalgic memories, and that's from Tom in North K.
Singapore. I mean, so this would be the time that I was around, because I was around at the time that Kabila was there, and,
right.
We're part of the team that supported his Nuke's presidential bid. But the Nobwa that he talks about, when the loan comes like that, you go to Singapore. In those days, Singapore was the ish. So
this was a place just above Ugwa Hall.
Yes,
it's a rooftop terrace bar.
You go there. You go to Singapore. They have some check, very nice check, very nice kebab. And then you go and sit there. Tell you when the loan drops like that, boys are partying hard, or you probably would want to go to. Sasakawa was expensive, so if you had a partner, you go to Sasakawa. You're not going to enjoy any music. You just have to go there to the restaurant, grab something to eat. But if it was boys, you go to Small London, or maybe Diaspora Spot or Winflowbeth. Yes. Those who were at the University of Cape Coast.
Spots on UCC campus at the time.
What were you expecting?
I don't think
Diaspora Spot was actually outside campus, but so that's why it's Diaspora. UCC there's a Diaspora.
I think I had left by the time Small London and Diaspora became popular, but I was there for Singapore and a few others, but not Small London.
Small London was actually outside ATL. So when you're descending through the school bus, there's a 10 on your left, Small London. It was more for members.
Right.
So if you don't know it,
you don't know. If you don't know, you don't know.
You will not know.
All right. Now, this one is from, there's no name on this. Alfred Antonio says, suppose someone promises to pay the voter if he or she shows evidence that they voted for them. Taking a picture can be part of vote buying. Okay, that's a point made by others as well. Thank you for that. And this one says, doesn't the EC know that a person is dead before featuring the same on the ballot? Then the EC is equally culpable. Uyibo Pepe is the one saying that. Uyibo Pepe. Right. Okay. This one says, that's it. It's a protest vote. For me, enough of the NPP and NDC. Okay. All right. Kwame Osudanso says that if you have a protest vote, give it to his party. Not his party, his movement, the butterfly movement. All right, where are we? Good morning, SMS. In fact, I'm enjoying the show this morning. Raymond is hurting my ribs. I hope it's Hope in Odumase Krobo is the one who sends that one. Thank you, Hope. Thanks for listening. All right, then, let's take some messages. More after these.
Hey, Mapadi, so you still haven't gotten any job in the last 6 years?
Bro, I'm even getting depressed, Charlie. If you don't have any money to get trained in any skill, Charlie, you can't survive in this economy. Even those with big degrees are sitting at home.
There's good news coming. Have you heard of the National Apprenticeship Program?
National Apprenticeship Program?
Yes, John Mahama and the NDC will be launching a National Apprenticeship Program in 2025 to offer free technical and vocational training to all persons desirous of learning a craft.
Did you say free?
Yes, free technical and vocational training in carpentry, ceramics, welding, tiling, hairdressing, vulcanizers, fashion designing, electricals, POP, catering, and many others for young people who sign on to the program. People who complete the training will also be issued a certificate and provided with a startup capital and equipment to establish their own businesses.
You don't mean it.
You shock, eh? The National Apprenticeship Program is the hope of every unemployed Ghanaian.
Charlie, then we need to kick out these liars and nation wreckers and bring back JM. Cause Sankofa Yenchi.
Vote for change. Vote for John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
Sankofa Natural Spices, 100% natural. DDA.
Fellow Ghanaians, I am Sewami here. As we approach this important election, Sankofa Natural Spices reminds us that no matter who we vote for, we are united as one Ghana. Our nation's strength lies in our diversity, much like the rich flavors that make up our favorite dishes. Together, we create something beautiful. As we cast our votes, let us hold peace close to our hearts. Let us cherish the unity that makes Ghana a beacon of hope and pride. Unlike other spice brands that are imported, Sankofa is made in Ghana, by Ghanaians and for Ghanaians. All we have is Ghana. Hence, we join the millions of Ghanaians to pray that our dear nation is always preserved regardless of our political affiliation. Remember, Ghana is all we have. We are one people, one heart, one destiny. We at Sankofa Natural Spices wish you all peace, safety, and strength during this election season. Sankofa Natural Spices. DDA.
Sankofa Natural Spices, 100% natural. DDA.
Ah, my little ones, gather around. Once upon a time in the heart of Accra, a man in his fancy car sought directions. But oh, the Ghanaian way.
Hello bro, good afternoon. Can you please show me where the Presby Church is?
Go straight. Turn left at the big mango tree with the broken branches with most of the mangoes falling. Ask there, anybody will show you.
And when the Black Stars take to the field, every Ghanaian becomes a coach. Ah, the sacred cue for our beloved Gobe. As you wait patiently, rehearsing the perfect vibes. These, my dear ones, are some few moments that make our Ghana truly special. And as we share these stories, let us also remember a plate of lele rice, connecting our hearts through the flavors of our culture. Special moments are worth celebrating with lele rice. Lele rice, yenimno fritite. This advert is FDA approved.
Let us gather here.
Eja, but why have you called us all here?
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama says he is coming to introduce a 24-hour economy policy that will ensure round-the-clock operations by businesses and government organizations to enhance productivity, boost production, and create millions of decent, well-paying jobs.
24-hour economy? Can you enlighten us?
Oh, simple. GM wants organizations with huge customer traffic like DVLA, Passport Office, ports, customs, as well as private businesses like agro-processing factories, industries, sanitation, construction companies to run 3 shifts of 8 hours each. For private businesses, Mahama will give them security support services, tax incentives, financing support, and cheap and reliable power. This is what we call Formula 133.
But what formula is that?
It simply means 1 job, 3 shifts, 3 people. Simple.
Wow, this is indeed a game changer.
Formula 133. Oh, yeah, baby.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Kudu, Ghana, the elephant is calling. Get ready for the biggest and the final rally for election 2024, put together by the New Patriotic Party. The New Patriotic Party at the Nijani Ahunse Pesronku
Etunsa Afrani Party Menina, and in the general public, say the party shall climax all its nationwide campaign activities with a final rally ahead of the 2024 general elections. Now, say rally way, ya today say the possibilities victory rally. Matthew 19:26. But with God, all things are possible. Ebaso Yawada, December 5, 2024. Time 1 p.m. sharp. Venue University of Ghana Sports Directorate Park. University of Ghana Sports Stadium no ena edi inshanim. Na special guest Omuba Jumedi Ebi. His Excellency Nana Adodankwa Akufo-Addo, the President of the Republic of Ghana. His Excellency Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana and the presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party, John Ajakum Kufuor, the former President of the Republic of Ghana. Honorable Dr. Matthew Opaku Prempe, Honorable Stephen Ayesu Intim, Lawyer Justin Kodia Frimpon, Honorable Alexander Kwamina Afenyo Makin, Honorable Akosia Frema Osai Opare, and all party members, sympathizers, and the general public are invited to participate in this historic program, which will be carried live on all media houses. And media houses contact the Campaign Communication Directorate for any inquiry. It is indeed time for bold solutions for Ghana's next chapter. NPP Eshi Rado 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 Rado.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
It's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Sharp! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information. We are good together everywhere you go.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy.
One that Mama V agrees, Daddy Lumba, the Real Madrid of our time. Mama V, come and respond to Real Madrid and Accra Hearts of Folk. But Blue Moon Eco Luxury Resort is celebrating 20 amazing years. Come and enjoy exclusive events, luxury stays, and unforgettable experiences, all in the heart of nature. Join us as we mark this milestone with special tours, relaxation, and our commitment to sustainability. Don't miss out. Book your experience today. Call 0264 2415499 now to secure your spot. Blue Moon Eco Luxury Resort, 2 decades of service excellence, one exceptional resort. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Your game is weak. Just like your party's policies. No wonder you are heading straight to the opposition this election.
Come on, bro. With your 24 hours something, are you trying to say the chop bar woman will be 7:54 at 12 midnight?
And you, with your digitalization talk, how is that going to help the chop bar woman sell more fufu and soup? Are we going to use credit card at the chop bar?
Hey, you two, enough of this back and forth wahala. Politics and governance isn't just about manifestos and empty promises. It demands a comprehensive plan. That's why Alan Chemating is bringing the Great Transformational Plan, GTP. Listen, the GTP is about real change. It is built on 6 key clusters. First up, the economic cluster. This is about fixing the economy, creating jobs, supporting local businesses, particularly small businesses, and helping our farmers, fishermen, and those in tourism to grow. Next is the governance cluster. Under this, Alan is focused on fighting corruption, strengthening our institutions, and ensuring transparency. No more shady deal. It is also about deepening local governance and decentralization.
Wow.
Wait, there's the infrastructure cluster. We are talking about better roads, railways, reliable energy, digital services, and real housing for all. Not just empty talk. The social services cluster also focuses on healthcare, quality education, and support for the youth and the vulnerable. Everyone deserves a fair chance. And the environment cluster is about managing our natural resources to create wealth, addressing climate change, and promoting sustainable environmental practices. We want to leave a clean Ghana for the next generation. Finally, the behavioral and mindset change cluster highlights how we Ghanaians can realize a change in conduct to be better and more responsible citizens. Imagine this: jobs, quality healthcare, real education, and leadership with integrity. That's true transformation.
Ali, the GTP is indeed a game changer. Wow. So where can I get a copy?
Don't worry, I will get you one. So I ask you, when I say vote Alan Chemating, what do you say?
Hey, Mapadi, so you still haven't gotten any job in the last 6 years?
Bro, I'm even getting depressed, Charlie. If you don't have any money to get trained in any skill, Charlie, you can't survive in this economy. Even those with big degrees are sitting at home.
There's good news coming. Have you heard of the National Apprenticeship Program?
National Apprenticeship Program?
Yes, John Mahama and the NDC will be launching a National Apprenticeship Program in 2025 to offer free technical and vocational training to all persons desirous of learning a craft.
Did you say free?
Yes, free technical and vocational training in carpentry, ceramics, welding, tiling, hairdressing, vulcanizers, fashion designing, electricals, POP, catering, and many others for young people who sign on to the program. People who complete the training will also be issued a certificate and provided with a startup capital and equipment to establish their own businesses.
You don't mean it.
You shock, eh? The National Apprenticeship Program is the hope of every unemployed Ghanaian.
Charlie, then we need to kick out these liars and nation wreckers and bring back JM. Cause Sankofa Yenchi.
Vote for change. Vote for John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
Logi Entertainment and Rat Rate Pack presents the maiden edition of Event of the Year 2024. This music concert, Event of the Year, will witness the legendary Daddy Lumba, Black Sheriff, Kofi Kinata. Wendy Shay. Famille. King Paluta and many more. Performing live on the 25th of December 2024 at Rattray Park in Kumasi. Showtime is 7 p.m. sharp. For tickets and tables, call 050-6677-742 or 0244-602-800. This event is supported by Musically Yours and Logi Travel and Tours.
Hey, Mapadi, so you still haven't gotten any job in the last 6 years?
Bro, I'm even getting depressed, Charlie. If you don't have any money to get trained in any skill, Charlie, you can't survive in this economy. Even those with big degrees are sitting at home.
There's good news coming. Have you heard of the National Apprenticeship Program?
National Apprenticeship Program?
Yes, John Mahama and the NDC will be launching a National Apprenticeship Program in 2025 to offer free technical and vocational training to all persons desirous of learning a craft.
Did you say free?
Yes, free technical and vocational training in carpentry, ceramics, welding, tiling, hairdressing, vulcanizers, fashion designing, electricals, POP, catering, and many others for young people who sign on to the program. People who complete the training will also be issued a certificate and provided with a startup capital and equipment to establish their own businesses.
Hey, you don't mean it.
You shock, eh? The National Apprenticeship Program is the hope of every unemployed Ghanaian.
Charlie, then we need to kick out these liars and nation wreckers and bring back JM. Cause
Vote for change. Vote for John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Me Bobby said, Inchi be war,